I mean, probably no one's watching the stream at this point, but
But they are hearing your lovely, lovely voice. You are on.
Daggerfall sounds like a James Bond movie.
Yeah, Daggerfall is the plan
So I don't
for
have to worry that I
this
lost
episode
reception. Yes.
of Frankly Unstream. I forgot I was still on push to talk in Discord.
Okay, that'll do it. That
Let
explains
me
it
just
right
fix that up real quickly.
now. I guess I have to watch the
So,
stream this time if I want to see what you're doing in the game.
well, there'll be a time delay, so let's see if I
I guess.
can't. Okay, I can't have this call
Oh,
be
you
the
can't
one with
screen
the
share on
video.
this, right? But you can call me directly.
There is a way to add stream stuff to Discord, but I don't have access or something. I don't know.
Man, that would require us to know what we're doing ever, which
Which I'm sure
I'm just.
dedicated followers of Twitch TV / Frankly Implausible have learned by now is just not the
It's just
frankly
not the case.
unstreamable way.
It's just not the case. It simply isn't.
So,
Hello, it's me, the Sean,
alright, and
talking to you, the Chris.
yeah, and I have kind of
Twitch.tv
an.
slash frankly unstreamable. Sorry, frankly implausible says that we are in fact broadcasting even as we speak. In fact, we're
Yeah,
broadcasting what we speak.
I got that notification and you saw it on my screen, and then told me about it.
Well, okay, sure. I actually had the
Now, I don't know if
Twitch
you're
video.
catching the Daggerfall music, but I am. And I'm
No,
just.
what I'm seeing right now is just oh, there it is.
I talked about the music. I don't know whether you're hearing that.
No, I can't hear the music.
Alright, sounds like you're not getting the Daggerfall audio.
Yeah, that's normal for screen share though.
And the screen
Oh,
share should
there it
now
is.
only be displaying Daggerfall Unity to you, Sean. Our
Yep.
gorgeous audience is still pitched in blackness.
They're seeing the dark.
So, please regale them with what we're doing as I set some things up.
Okay, so we're gonna do this as a radio show? Cool, so I see that player nudity is turned off.
And by let them know what we're doing, I mean inform them of our plan for today's stream.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a good start. Boy, you would think that I'd be better at this by now, wouldn't you?
You would be wrong.
So, today, since we're still in the process of getting our Minecraft server brought up, and we didn't have enough people to do a great run of Barony, we're going to be digging into the apparently extant older versions of the Elder Scrolls games,
Yeah,
which I gotta level with you. I mean, I've only ever played Skyrim, but I've never even heard of any before Oblivion.
and Oblivion, I believe you mostly know from some YouTube videos I've been sharing.
I do love those, like, I've seen some Oblivion stuff on YouTube videos and, like, meme compilations. There's that one guy who does the guard voice a lot. You know who I'm talking
Yep.
about. I played Oblivion for, like, 10 minutes once. It wasn't enough time to do anything.
Oh, shit, maybe you're the Elder Scrolls expert here.
Wait, have you not played this or Oblivion?
I have played Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Legends a little bit.
Oh, I see. So you were mocking me.
I've taken a
You called-
glancing blow on Arena, and I am in a tabletop RPG series every 2 weeks that is based off of Skyrim.
So what we've got here, this is sort of a gameplay overview video in the Polygon style, where you know what the fuck, and I'm going to just follow along with you as you teach me the ins and outs of the Elder Scrolls universe.
Now,
I've read Prequel. I read Prequel,
Prequel-
aka Making a Cat Cry, the webcomic.
Prequel is excellent. Anyone who would enjoy an Elder Scrolls webcomic, I cannot recommend Prequel enough. It does such good things with the characterization, adding depth to the characters and world.
So like NPCs,
There's real
yeah.
emotion behind it.
And hey, also you get a recommendation from me, a person who doesn't know thing one about Elder Scrolls. I think honestly, that's the whole gamut of people that there are, right? It's
Yeah.
funny, it's fun. There's a lot of reasons to weep.
There,
There is some full-on Web 3.0 sorcery going on in it. What
now,
web are we up to? Are we on 4.0 yet?
I think we've gone to like 3.5 edition.
It's Web 3.5 at this point. Okay.
I'm really excited for Paizos to release Pathfinder or Webfinder or whatever they're planning.
What?
Oh, sorry, you don't Dungeon Dragons, do you? Dungeons and Dragons is a
Oh my god.
role-playing game series that had a 3.5 edition between 3 and 4.
Right, Chris,
basically
I've been playing playing your D&D campaign since we were in high school. I don't know why you're dragging my good dungeon master name through the mud.
And Pathfinder is a sort of branch off that a third company did from 3.5.
In fairness, I've never actually played Pathfinder.
Right, and you know, I want to keep our audience up to date with all these great quality jokes I'm doing here. Now, one decision that I would like you to make, do we want to start the game in the first dungeon? Or do we want to start sort of in a town scenario?
So I just want to get the options straight here. We can either go straight to the action, or we can wander around a town and like get sort of dip our toe into the ambiance first.
Right. And I do want to warn you, starting in a dungeon, I will probably die a lot. I am not good at Daggerfall.
Ooh, that's a tough choice because I'm wondering about the riff-worthy potential of the NPCs that I've seen in Oblivion, and whether that's going to carry over, and also the riff-worthy potential of you dying. What do you say we kill you a couple times, and then if that gets old, we go to the town? How does that sound?
All right, we can wing that. So, and I have a decent host of mods installed.
Yeah.
This is, I should say, the Unity edition of Daggerfall.
It's a lot of mods.
It's a Bethesda game. This was actually released...
Thank God player nudity is turned off.
Of course, I've installed mods. There wouldn't be... So we can load save games, which are all several patches out of date. Daggerfall Unity I had played with a bit before. They've recently come out with their alpha release, which is supposed to have all Daggerfall feature complete, so I'm a bit excited to get in on that. And they've started tackling switching to bug fixing. So let's start a new game.
Okay.
Now, this is basically the racial selection.
I've heard of some of these places.
Right.
So you can be a Nord.
And which province do the Nords come from?
That's Skyrim. Blackmarsh, I think, is where the Argonians live.
Now, anywhere you click, you'll get a short description of the race, so...
Oh, that's handy.
You're not going to be locked into anything. But,
right.
So yes, Blackmarsh is the Argonian reptilians.
I know for a fact Elsewhere, which, just side point, love the punniness of that, it's where the Khajiits hail from. So if you want to be a furry...
The Khajiit look different in Daggerfall. These are the Omez subspecies of the Khajiit.
Okay, let me just hop on the Elder Scrolls wiki.
And the Omez basically look 90% exactly like elves, with a penchant for tattooing their faces so they don't get confused with elves.
Oh.
They also have tails.
No.
No big on tails, huh?
Morrowind, are there, what is it? Elves?
Dunmer.
What elves? Dunmer?
The Dark Elves.
Dark Elves.
Now, Daggerfall was initially going to be called Mournhold and set in the capital city of Morrowind, but they decided not to do that until Elder Scrolls 3. And by that I mean they originally wanted Elder Scrolls 3 to be set in the exact opposite corner, but then decided to go to Morrowind.
I see.
I assume some of our listeners are fascinated by this trivia.
Chris, what's the least human we could be?
Blackmarsh. Go Argonian.
I think that's the one then.
Alright.
I know.
Now,
It's a lizard.
now nudity is turned off, so
Okay.
be
So that's
assured
great.
by that. Note that there is only nudity for one of these genders in Daggerfall normally.
Of course there is.
I'll leave it to you to guess which.
Yeah. I decline to guess out loud because sexism is depressing. So, Lady Lizard. Lizard Lady.
Alright.
Lady Lizard Wizard?
And now there are a whole lot of classes you
Wow,
are
that's a
allowed
lot
to
of
pick.
classes.
And I don't know why they decided to make all these classes, because clearly this is the best option.
Custom, yeah, so what? It's everything, right?
You can do whatever you want here. You can add in
That's
special disadvantages. So, if you want, I can take damage from sunlight, and I will advance my levels so much faster now that I've taken that. I don't want to
Interesting.
die from the sunlight all the time.
Right, you don't want to be a vampire lizard. Or like one of those cave ones with
That
no
said,
eyes.
fuck bucklers. I am never going to wear a buckler, and it is going to make things slightly easier on me.
I'm thinking about my life, and I don't remember a time ever since my birth that I've ever put a buckler on my body. So,
I'm just
yeah,
sort
I
of
think that's fair.
adding some disabilities to things I don't plan on doing. Do I plan on doing magic at all? Daggerfall's magic system is so complicated. It will take... There is a lot to it that we could get into. But it is
But-
also relatively slow and hard to manage.
Right, if that's not going to be fun to do on the stream, then we can leave that behind, I think.
Okay. So, and you can see that not getting mage points at all is considered a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
We will be
Which means that you're
leveling up
getting-
like crazy now that I've added that.
Where does it say how fast you'll level up, or is that
This
not
is
it?
under skill advancement for class.
Got it.
And
Oh, I
this is
see.
some sort of multiplier to the number of times it takes to do things before level ups happen. So we're going to be
Gotcha.
leveling up our skills like 10 times as fast with these disadvantages.
Awesome. And then what are your stats going to be?
I just want to be immune to paralysis real quick, because
Okay.
that's
That
real
seems
bad. Do I also want immunity to magic?
What does it mean to be immune to paralysis? Like, and I'm talking about from an in-universe perspective.
Your muscles have some sort of thing in them that counteracts stiffness. Like there's a special gland.
Okay, so it's not paralysis as in the broke my neck and now I can't move. type
Well,
of paralysis.
like a spider bite can give you the paralysis effect.
Okay, gotcha. So
So,
it's paralyzing poison.
do we want to be sort of a sneaky or fighty? Let's go fighty type.
I feel like fighty was it.
Now, original Daggerfall, you had to click and drag your mouse across the screen for every sword swipe. Maybe I
That's
didn't make
cool,
that.
actually.
It got
I like that.
really old really quickly, though.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Daggerfall Unity includes an option to not have to do that, which I've left on.
That seems, if it's as boring as you say, like a good idea.
Dodging will increase my ability to not get hit.
That's what that does. Oh, those are languages.
Yep. Daggerfall
Right.
is what it also is the only Elder Scrolls game to include the ability to pick which languages you know.
Oh, harpy. That seems like it cannot possibly come up very often.
Harpies are in this game. How languages work is anytime a harpy is nearby, some dice are rolled, and if your harpy skill is high enough, that increases your chance of the harpy just being peaceful and happy with you.
Oh, cool.
These skills are
Well,
absolute
harpy.
trash.
Oh, all right, fine.
Do not waste your valuable stuff on them.
Okay.
I can't do magic. Medical increases how quickly we heal when resting. Because
That
there
seems like a
is
good
no
idea.
passive regeneration. You have to click I'm gonna rest for 8 hours to regain hit points.
So there's a button that just says chill.
Yep.
And that's how it's done. Streetwise?
Oh yeah, that'll increase my ability to get along with the rough types.
Street smarts!
And I don't really care about all of these. I'm just gonna start clicking things. Maybe I won't be able to use a long blade sometimes. So let's just get some other weapons in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If you
I
have,
like hand-to-hand.
yeah,
Is hand-to-hand is unarmed?
hand to hand's down there.
Cool. What makes these minor skills as opposed to primary skills?
I think it's just like you get +5 to them at game start or something.
Got it, okay.
And by pouring 10 into strength, we have to take 10 away from somewhere else. So it sort of got a point buy thing going on.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Up our hit points a bit.
Which one? Okay, let me pitch you this, Chris. The dumbest, just the dumbest, strongest lizard woman there ever was. Just like an absolute,
I'm down.
just a Tyrannosaurus dipshit. Going out in the world, beating the living hell out of every... That's it. 2 T's and an E. Yes!
There. Now it's fantasy.
I'm so glad that we were both on the same page. This fantasy's falling into shit.
Yeah. That's exactly how Robert E. Conan would have done it.
That's okay. Now I know that you know his name is Robert E. Howard. And then he wrote Conan the Barbarian. Maybe you don't know that.
No, I do.
But,
I'm just gonna pour some of the points. Strength, yeah, strength should be a higher focus. Agility's nice and all, but
Conan Holmes.
okay,
Sorry, what?
there is apparently a maximum of 75 we're allowed to do as the basic for a class.
Okay.
So
that's
I've learned
fair.
something today.
It's not even a pun.
And that is the name of our class. Now,
I cannot wait.
we can completely randomize a background or take 12 questions one at a time. I feel like let's go.
I do want to do the questions.
All right then.
I think let's get into
the backstory of Tyrannosaurus dipshit. Wait, no,
Yeah.
of the Tyrannosaurus dipshit, because that's not her personal name.
Right.
That's the name for what she studied as. There is...
Now, what is...
Now, we gave Longblade as her only primary skill as a weapon. So, it kind of has to be.
So,
That is
right.
what the Tyrannosaur dipshit's purpose is. It makes up for its little legs with a long, long blade. These swords
I like
are
that the
almost
game
pole
seems
arms.
to decided we're a thief, which is awesome. Like, I sort of decided as soon as you put all those points into street smarts that she grew up on the mean streets of, I want to say Tyrannosburg.
Now, I don't
Dinosauropolis.
think that's a canonical Elder Scrolls city in Black Marsh.
Yeah, well, it's very small. It's not on most of the maps.
So, do we want to be dodgy? Do we want to pickpocket? Maybe be a sneaky, sneaky one? Or just be run real fast, have powerful Tyrannosaur legs?
Oh, that's it. That's the one. Because, like, we have not built a sneaky character here.
And I think fun is what we're doing this all for.
Oh,
Wouldn't you
yeah,
say
absolutely.
so?
Yeah.
So, what is our...
Unfortunately, none of the options were...
So, what do we like to do best to do crime?
I think it's gotta be mugging. Bank robbing. Bank robbing is good.
It's a shame we're not a Khajiit. But sure, we can bust the banks.
What if Khajiit, do they have bonuses to bank robberies?
They have bonuses to cat burglary.
That would make sense.
Now, every single strategy guide about Daggerfall ever written suggests this. The Ebony Dagger. Because
Okay.
it is so much better than any weapon we're going to have for several levels. So, do we want to take the smart move?
See, here's the thing. Is that's really not what the Tyrannosaurus dipshit class is about.
That's true. She does
But
like shiny things.
if someone offered her the ability to kill people better, I think she'd take it. So I think we're okay on the ebony.
Alright. And now our most important survival skill. Boss people around, fight with a knife. We just took a knife. We're learning how to fight with it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And we were a better brawler than anyone else, right?
Oh,
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
So who do we like robbing the most? Those
Well, we did say we were bank robbers, right?
Those nerds in the library, those nerds in the temple, the banks. The banks.
It's the banks.
One skill we couldn't work without. I kind of say dodging.
I guess. These are all very sneaky, finesse-like skills, so...
Yeah, but this is the one that's most of our brawling sort of style.
Yeah.
Scrapper, obviously.
Yep.
Alright, now these are the 8 divines. Talos is not worshipped in Daggerfall, which you might recall to be something of an issue in later games.
The whole Skyrim dilemma. I want to pitch you something here. We've done everything we can to make this character just an absolute doofus. What if she does worship Juliana's like, in spite of everything else about her?
She isn't hostile towards logic. She loves it. It's her favorite thing. She's sucks at it.
Yeah, she's just an absolute Tyrannosaurus dipshit who holds knowledge and logic higher as virtues than all else.
Now, it's telling us that we have fragile health as a child. And I'm kind of amazed by that idea. Like, we put higher than average constitution or endurance.
Yeah. Well, we have avoided having any skills against magic, generally speaking. But there is something kind of adorable about the idea of, like, a T-Rex running into battle and then getting tuckered out after 5 minutes and needing a nap.
Tyrannosaurus snooze. Tyrannosnoozus, dipshit.
This is a weird bit that we've committed ourselves to real early in this story.
Alright. So, now we need to name this character.
Oh, it has to be so good. We gotta live up to Tyrannosaurus dipshit is the thing. Is it Susan? Oh no, that's it. That's pretty good actually. Good, because then I can call her Susan without having to say all 4 syllables of that name every time.
Exactly. It could also just be Dip for short, but no. She didn't want to go...
I actually really like Dip.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, it is kind of charming, isn't it?
Right?
Alright, now what's our Argonian face here? Do we want no frills, full wide, blue frills, orange frills, red frills? We got all the frills. Just say a frill.
Just every kind of frill, huh? I like that one. Hang on. It's the big wide face. That's the one.
No frills at all.
Right? I feel like that's the kind of person that Dip is. She goes out of the world, she's not interested in the fancy. She's interested in obsidian daggers.
Yeah. There's no logic to frills. Julianos is not a frilly person.
Yeah.
And just gonna pump up to... Get above a 10 wherever you can, because that'll just boost a stat.
Right.
And what skills do we want to increase? I forgot that we actually did medical as a primary skill. So there's some use of intelligence there.
Yep. That sucks. That might have been a mistake. I guess we hadn't really hit on the character at this point.
Right.
I think that hand to hand should have some points.
Oh, we still have a point left over. Sean, shall you allot the last point?
Ooh boy, I think it's Longblade.
All right, got to make up for those arms with these. They're basically pole arms as a sword. And I usually just go average here.
Sure.
So here's Dip.
Get going, Dip.
So, do we want to watch the intro?
Yeah, why not? I've never seen it.
Years after Tiber's Saturn's reign, the beginning will meet the end, and the bloody circle will close in the empire of Tamriel. Then worthy heirs of the Second Dynasty have allowed the bonds of the empire to weaken.
Oh right, you can't hear, can you?
No, I
There-
can.
there's-
It's really.
Oh, okay.
The provinces fight among themselves like neglected
It's a bit
children.
indistinct.
That reverb, huh? And it's completely detached from what's on this book, by the way. If you try and read it, it's like a history on the War of Bethany. There's a bit about
What
the
the hell?
Cameron usurper near the start.
He sounds like an announcer in a train station. Like I can't figure out what the hell he's actually saying. Wait, is this live action?
Excuse the gloom,
Yep.
but none may know of this meeting. The
I
nature
know
of my
this meeting.
trouble is God.
Should we not be streaming this?
Over a year
Why?
ago, King Lysander.
No one can know about this meeting.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
The King of Daggerfall died honorably, and we're just telling the world.
Subject, ally.
Why wouldn't you want the world to know that he died?
He was the Emperor's friend.
I did grieve for him. But his
Sad
spirit
Emperor.
does not rest.
This dude's really acting his heart out for this computer game I've never heard of.
Crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul.
Dude, the way the shadow is on your head, it looks like it's really
I ask
pointy.
this as your emperor
Yeah.
and your friend.
Now, one of the mods tried to upscale the resolution of a whole bunch of visuals. It may not have been kind to the
Several years
cinematic.
ago, I wrote a letter to
This guy just has Diff, the Tyrannosaurus dipshit, as her emperor and friend. And I'm just working on how the hell that friendship happened.
Oh,
personal nature.
so
If you
you know how
and destroy
a big
that
deal is made from time to time about how every Elder Scrolls game starts out with you as a prisoner with no known backstory, and the player is left to fill in the blanks and be whoever they feel like?
rule for the kingdom
Not so much this time around?
Daggerfall.
Daggerfall's the only game that doesn't do that.
Huh.
Sec-
Also, he just plunged his torch into a bucket of sand.
Gotta snuff it, man. Can't have that meeting be lit. No tutorials, I'm a master.
Hell yeah.
So,
Alright, we're in a shitty looking room.
alright.
You are
Now I am
absolutely
going to
stupid.
save just so Dippest Shittest is preserved,
Yeah. Yeah. For all time, hopefully.
because we very much could die.
Yeah.
Now,
No, I don't want to go through that character
Let's
creation
see.
process again. Oh yeah, there she is.
yeah. With her class, race. Several of the textures have been upscaled. I think the backgrounds have just straight up been replaced in some cases.
Okay.
And here's our character's backstory.
I
If-
am not going to read that.
It tells us exactly how we met the Emperor, what our attitude towards our friendship with him is.
Can you Cliff's Notes it for me?
I don't have all the possible generated backstories memorized.
Okay, fair enough.
And we're starting out with the ebony dagger that we love so dear. We also
yeah.
have a long sword and a claymore.
Okay.
Now, the longsword we're better at skill-wise, and it has a higher max damage than the dagger, apparently. That said, weapons in this game, you know how in some games you need a silver weapon to hit ghosts or werewolves or something?
Sure.
Every material here has a tier, and some enemies just say, you have to have steel or better in order to hurt me.
Ah.
So having
That
an
sucks.
iron sword leaves us unable to hit an imp, but a steel dagger would do well. This ebony stuff, it'll hit anything. Yeah, we just want
That
to
was
kill...
a rat?
Yeah. Haven't you
Looked
ever
like a
seen
rat
a
to me.
rat? And we got us
Also,
some...
isn't it supposed to be like a scrounger or whatever it is? Scabbers? What do they call them in Skyrim? They have a different name.
Dungeon crawler?
A rodent of unusual size?
Oh,
man,
skeever.
all 4 frames of that dagger. It's skeever. Thank you.
It's only skeevers in Daggerfall. Or in Skyrim.
Interesting.
It's not...
I gotta say...
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh! You've died.
Imps, man.
None of the 4 frames of your dagger animation were enough to save you from that imp.
Nope.
Man, I'm kind of getting
Well-
why prequel is so hard.
Yeah, Oblivion is a lot easier than Daggerfall. The history of Elder Scrolls is basically the previous game complaining about it being dumbed down and casualized for the next game.
So just like D&D in a lot of ways.
Right.
Okay, so that rat is always there around that corner.
Oh,
It's good to know this game isn't procedurally generated.
well, this particular dungeon has a set layout. The loot in it is randomly generated at the game's start.
Got it.
If we were to start another character with an identical build, we'd have a different bit of loot from that first pile there.
Oh, that's a good detail. That imp is still gonna kill you, though, huh?
Nope.
God, he looks like a toddler in a devil costume.
That's your imps for you.
I kind of, I was conflicted when you said that you could update the texture pack of this, because I was kind of looking forward to playing it with the real bad graphics and making fun of it. I'm glad to see we haven't totally lost that option.
Yeah, it's the same graphics but higher resolution for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for the 3D models. Someone out there did like a
Sorry.
hand-painted replacement for most of the models that were just cubes before.
Oh, that bat is a thing
Yeah.
to gaze upon.
Alright. Now there's always a rogue down here.
Is that it? That's her.
Yep.
Oh, not anymore.
And that's not a buckler, so I can equip it.
Hooray!
Ooh, steel longsword. Considering how much I talked up that dagger, I'm feeling disappointed. You can see where its stats are, and the steel
You picked stuff
longsword
right away.
competes. Now, my
So
health...
is that...
Sorry.
Do your health thing first.
I'm just resting until I'm fully healed. Some hours are passing.
Oh, cool. And that skull on a stick in the corner isn't a threat?
Nope, it's just a
really
thing.
gross.
It's just
It's just... Okay, it's gross.
it's just how you decorate in Daggerfall.
Now, the music just got a whole lot more active. Does that mean that trouble is on its way, or...
Nope. It just means that
Man,
the
this game looks fun as
sun-
hell.
Well, it is actually completely free.
Nice. I think I'm gonna get this immediately after we're done playing this.
Because on the 15th anniversary of the Elder Scrolls Arena,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the shirt and breastplate isn't really working for me.
It's a weird combo. Does the shirt add anything to it?
No.
Oh, well, it
there
sure
isn't
does add
much
less
under.
lizard cleavage. Yeah, I think maybe the shirt stays.
Yeah. We'll see if we can't
Maybe
find a
at some
more
point you'll get the
stylish
collar.
shirt later.
Right, maybe like a collar. Some suits of armor did have a separate armored collar that was like a different piece
Yeah.
from the breastplate. So that's not totally inaccurate. The separate boob cups are totally inaccurate.
But yeah, on the 15th anniversary of Arena, Bethesda released Daggerfall and Arena completely free.
That's awesome. That skeleton was on your side for a minute there.
So 2 to 12 damage. We're getting a better average from the dagger, I think. The longsword has a better average than the dagger, though.
Well, there it is then.
And we have the longsword skill.
Yeah.
At the very least, we'll be able to sell that dagger.
Now, it's so important that we find a role-playing opportunity to be an idiot at the nearest convenience.
Well, we just started fighting a bear.
That's pretty dumb. Yep.
Oh, we've hit the bear. Okay, we killed the bear without taking a scratch. Thank you, dodge skill.
There it is. That's the Tyrannosaurus dipshit way. Oh boy, we usually try not to swear on these streams, and I guess that's just not happening this week. Well, it's not a swear because we're spelling it different. Right?
So, one thing about the texture pack is that in the original version, this blended in seamlessly with the rest of the door. It was a secret passage.
The most extreme version of the bomb this wall Zelda thing.
And here's another bat. So
I'm just still thinking about that boob cup armor and how, like, so a lot of medieval armor is best built to deflect a point, right?
Yep.
When a point comes at you, you want it to slide off you as easily as possible. That's what that is a funnel straight to your heart.
Yep.
Like, no matter how you swing, there's like a 3-foot area on which where it could hit you, and it would just get you straight through the heart immediately. It's just poor design. That's the thing.
Now
Oh, you can't rest when there are enemies nearby.
That's there is no passive health regen. There is no passive magic regen. You have to rest to recoup things.
I kind of respect that, though. There's something textured about that, as opposed to the don't think about it convenience of most games.
Also, you can just smash a door open with your sword if you're not good at lockpicking.
I love how you beat the hell out of that door and it swung outward.
Yeah. We knocked the bar off of the other side and the greater air pressure in this room.
Well, hang on a second. That was something a smart person would say.
What can I say? I was blessed by
What
Julianos.
does Dip think of that? Well, okay. So the character is emerging. Dip occasionally has brief bursts of brilliance.
That's why she respects Julianos so much. In fact, how about if some of the things we say are the voice of Julianos and this character's interpreting it?
Right, and like, just imagine the rest of the time Dip is wandering around going like, like barely even verbal.
Okay, so we got better style from that, but we're getting better stats from this.
Oof. Well, the toughest choices require the strongest wills. Boob cup armor it is.
Where's my steel longsword? And I'm almost at encumbrance. Now there is a set exit to this level too. I know exactly how to leave Privateer's Hold. I've been sort of wandering around instead of making the most efficient path.
What part of this is even vaguely pirate themed? There are skulls there.
I didn't pay for this game.
There. Okay. But they gave it to you for free, so that's not stealing.
Can I wear
Did you
it?
just find an entire baptismal font in that bag? How did they fit that in there?
It's a 0.5 kilogram chalice of holy water.
It's a chalice, okay. And you're just... Ooh, that's a stylish raincoat.
Oh, and I still got the boob plate on. It's just under my stylish raincoat.
Great. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the look.
All right.
I
Heading
just
out.
love the. You put a full chalice in your what backpack? Is it not
Yep.
sloshing around back there?
Oh yeah. I'm an Argonian. I don't mind getting wet. Ooh, a potion
Well,
recipe.
you are from a swamp.
No, I'm from a
Also-
marsh.
I'm sorry. And as we established on our canoe trip at Raven's Cottage last week, the swamp is the front part. What is it? What order did this go in?
The marsh is the
bog
middle.
The front part. The marsh is the middle. The bog is the swamp is the furthest part away from where you started. Can you not beat up those bookcases to let you through?
Apparently not.
What are you supposed to do? Turn into a piece of paper and slide in around the edge?
I
Oh,
think
hey, it's Bob the Skull.
I think this is actually part of the 3D model replacer. Believe it or not.
I see.
Because what I had in some previous builds is a bookshelf had its I detect that you clicked me button reduced to a single part of the bookshelf instead of the entire bookshelf as Bethesda expected.
I see.
So there is a
Well, you-
trigger, but I'm not gonna
You could
spend
ask the
forever.
wind spirit that lives in that skull, but he'll probably just hit on you.
I am
Those
female.
falls.
Friggin'
There's like a
Bob.
bunch of them though, so there's no telling which skull has Bob in it.
Every skull has Bob in it.
Well, that's not true because I'm in a skull right now.
With
My name's
Bob.
not Bob. Oh, hey Bob! I didn't see you here in the last 26 years. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
good,
make
that is
yourself
better.
at home. Head to toe, yellow poncho, and greaves. Look at your little tail hanging at the bottom.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. What a great look.
Do I want to find, like, the optimal stuff to carry here? Like, this buckler
We can take a
can't be
minute to
too
do it.
valuable. It's got +1.
Plus, you're not allowed to use bucklers.
And this is a staff.
Oh, you're talking about stuff to sell later.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this equipment to use. I have, what, 3.83 pounds to carry?
Listen, hang on a second. Let's take a moment. We're stopping and thinking about what's worth the most money.
That
Does
isn't the
sound-
dip way, no.
That's not the dip way.
Dip way is run fast and smash shit.
Yep.
There, see?
Get the hell out of that door till it opens.
I didn't
outwards
even
towards
dip it. That's not even a locked door. I didn't check.
See, now you're role playing.
I am running away from a bear, though. That's still the dip way. I'm at half
Sure.
health.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to get killed by a bear.
Dip knows what self-preservation is.
Listen, Dip has all the like Klingon warrior spirit right up until it becomes inconvenient.
Oh, I leveled up.
Oh no. Oh.
More
When it said
strength.
there are enemies nearby, and then
Oh yeah, I
went,
will have to
thought you
fight the
died.
immediate I close the... Okay. Are you an archer? Yeah, you're an archer. No, you're
Well,
a
good.
Nightblade. Well, thank you
Good.
for... the money, at least.
This game does not mess around with the bodies, huh?
There is a mod to make them somewhat less bloody. I don't know if there's one that makes, like, the women not splay their legs like that.
Yeah, that's not the most dignified like treatment of a corpse that I've seen in a game.
Yeah, this was
This
made
is
by
least dignified.
a series of nerds in the 90s without supervision and a lot of inspiration from contemporary fantasy. It
Yeah, that's
shows.
Frankly, fantasy as a genre has never been particularly kind to women.
Yeah.
Which generally, I think it's our goal to at least help with, but there's only so much we can do. I mean, we're pointing it out. You know,
Yeah.
we're lampshading it. We're having a conversation.
We're We
It would
aren't
be
just
great
sort
if,
of
like Laura or Natalie had been available on the show.
we aren't just sort of passively accepting this is the way things are and that's acceptable. We're pointing it out. We're calling it out. Now,
We
one
hop in the Discord server and beg Natalie to come in here and be a woman in this conversation about women in fantasy.
Now, one thing Unity did change from basic Daggerfall is enemies will fight each other sometimes. In basic Daggerfall, I'd be fighting all these three at the same time. And they'd be at full health. These guys have spent some time wounding each other. So,
Good.
Unity's been easing things a little.
That imp is like claymation. Like, why does it look like that?
Yeah. There are 2 different mods that try and replace enemy mobs. And you can tell there's a
Yeah.
lot more detail on this dead rat than there was
Oh, that's
on
a
the
good
living
looking
imp.
rat. Yeah.
The living
Like, I
imp,
know I
sus-
mocked the rat the first moment I saw it, but... Sorry, you go.
The imp sprites, I think, are from the King of Worms Dream mod pack, which was generated a lot faster automatically.
Right.
And
I shouldn't be mean about the work that people have put in to make this game look nice for us. Like, that's rude.
Oh, definitely. And now we're out to Daggerfall proper. We've survived the first dungeon with a decent haul of loot. Which...
I see one major problem with this.
Yes?
Well, okay, I see 1.5 major problems with this. One of them is that that tree that's there, does not line up with its shadow at all. The one directly behind you. No, that one either. That better?
That's how billboarding has to work sometimes.
The second major problem is it's clearly winter and you're a reptile. So...
Argonians are fine. They're warm-blooded. I've been a naked Argonian sprinting through the coldest section of Skyrim. You're gonna tell me that High Rock with this triple-layered outfit is a problem?
Okay, that's a good point. I'm currently Googling whether Argonians are cold-blooded.
I'm sure there's an answer on UESP.
Yes. Yep, UESP, first thing. Within a sentence, it's telling me they're cold-blooded. So,
Huh.
you better get running for a town, my man.
Alright, now I can walk through a vast field that looks like this basically the whole way. I do want to note my appreciation. I did install, like, the better skybox. I added some birds, which aren't on camera at the moment.
Nice.
And the hills are a lot more hilly and varied than they have been before the modders took a crack at it.
Gotcha.
But it still looks roughly the same. Robin does seem to be talking about how he doesn't have the game, unaware that you're mostly just riffing off of my screen at the moment.
I'm just letting him know that
So.
the screen share ripping.
And I have climbed a hill.
Yeah, okay, I think
Got
Rob's
in
gonna
that
join
eye.
us.
So, I'm just going to switch to the fast travel map. And these are all the settlements in the province of Daggerfall. Oops. Okay.
Happy Friday.
Hey, sorry, I
Hey,
forgot
Robin.
that Elder Scroll or the Discord would immediately drop the call if I.
Yeah, I was confused by this being a different call and initially declined, but you should both be able to see my screen now.
Yep.
So,
I am probably, but I am playing Lego. Oh, there's a
Okay.
screen. Hey, look.
yep,
There's some green pixels.
Hey, there's also not green-colored pixels. Look at
Ev-
those brown ones.
every dot here is a town in the province of Daggerfall. There are also
That's
towns
too
in
many.
Tulune, Glenpoint, Shalgora, Anticlair.
Holy crap!
I'm really sorry, but all I keep thinking of is there's a style of dancing.
I forget how to jump back.
Daggering, and that's all I can think of when you say dagger.
Now,
So, Robin, you joined us in the midst of the adventures of Dip, who is the class that we've made. She's an Argonian, which is a lizard person. Her class is Tyrannosaurus dipshit.
Here, I'll show you my character sheet.
The dumbest.
When I remember the key.
Oh, so wait, that was the map, and this is said player.
Yeah, this is the
There
game.
we are.
Okay.
So,
There
this
she is in her yellow raincoat.
is Dippest Shittest, the Tyrannosaurus dipshit.
Shit.
And usually we don't swear on this podcast, but we found a loophole, which is if we spell it S-H-Y-T-T-E.
If we
It's not a curse.
what if we pronounce the E? Dipshitte.
Ooh, I like that.
It's very German of you.
That would make the last name Shittest, not Shittist.
Shatest. Shatest. I actually quite like that. I'm just looking up what daggering is.
Don't. Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
It's a pretty aggressive style of dance.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Alright, now I don't think...
that does seem like something our Tyrannosaurus dipshit would be into.
Yeah, honestly, just sort of wonder, every time I watch these videos at least, I wonder, like, how nobody gets injured doing this. And now that I say it out loud, I'm sure plenty of people get injured doing it.
Yeah, oh, for
Even,
sure.
like, the ones that I'm watching
Yeah.
are not of people being injured.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are these people not being injured?
I don't want to describe it out loud because I'm bashful.
It is, I don't even think it does it enough justice to say aggressively sexual dancing.
It's like Tony Hawk. It's like grinding, grinding from like middle school dances where you just like rub your butt off on
So,
someone.
but it's like
But it's like Tony Hawk got involved in the grinding.
Tony Hawk got involved.
So Dip,
Yes.
so Dip definitely travels recklessly.
Oh yeah, there can be no question about that.
And I don't think we're going far enough to need to stop at inns. Let's save some cash.
Hey, can Dip get married?
No.
Oh darn.
Shame.
There is a marriage
That'd be
mod
the
for
shittiest
Daggerfall.
wedding ever.
I would love to just go through this game looking for the biggest other moron we can find to marry.
Well, we've made it to Gothway Garden, the town closest to the starting dungeon.
Nice.
You can see some of the modded grass. Here's a villager.
Nice Lego car.
Alright, immediately start daggering.
Alright.
Don't
do
immediately
that.
start daggering.
Do
This
not
is
do
a
that.
stranger. Don't immediately start daggering
That
a
would be
stranger.
extremely uncomfortable and unpleasant and inconsiderate.
We'll just ask them if there's any news.
That sort of raises a supplementary question with
Uh-huh.
these videos of daggering. Are the people in the videos strangers that meet at the dance floor and start daggering? Because that's...
I have no
Well,
idea what
it's like a
daggering
lot.
is, and I'm not alt-tabbing out to find out.
Yeah.
I have
should.
a stream.
You should just...
I'm going to after the
parental
st-
advisory on Googling that.
I'm going to after the stream. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But I have
yeah,
a
yeah.
stream to run.
For
Yeah.
educational purposes,
No,
I
that's-
recommend that you should. You won't like what you've learned, but
If you're under the age of 20, I'm not even saying 18 or 19. If you're under the age of 20, don't Google it.
I mean,
They're gonna find it. You know, if you
I know.
ban them from daggering, they'll just make daggering in their bathtubs. So
yeah, like seriously. Sneaking into the bathroom in high school, daggering.
if prohibition taught us anything,
Exactly. Just making daggering in the bathroom.
Just-
Exactly.
There'll be bathtubs full of daggers all throughout town, and that's not safe.
that actually sounds
Safe.
really unpleasant.
I mean,
Yeah, have you ever tried bathing in a bathtub full of knives?
No.
no.
I caught myself shaving this morning. So,
That is the
whatever
same
that's
thing.
worth. Yep.
That's definitely a bathtub full of daggers. That's
So
gonna be my
Chris,
new expression.
I need that like I need a bathtub full of daggers.
Yeah, it's like a.
Jump in
Oh,
with
that's
that.
good.
Yeah, that's
like,
good.
like it's gonna be fun like a barrel of monkeys, but I'm being really sarcastic, and it's actually gonna be terrible. Oh, that's gonna be great, like a bathtub full of daggers.
That's actually fantastic. Okay, so orange buildings are controlled by the Oompa Loompas.
Obviously, by the Orangemen,
Mhm.
Green
the
are the
Dutch,
Catholics.
specifically the Dutch.
Possibly Jacob of Orange himself.
Yeah. And then
Definitely
blue
that guy.
blue buildings are water type Pokemon.
Alright, we'll go check up on Misty after we visit the Oompa Loompas general store.
Yeah. What does one do in a town in this one? Do people have individual personalities, or are they all just lists of dialogue?
They're all just lists of dialogue, basically. We can
Look at
sell
this
stuff to this
Christopher
guy.
Lloyd-looking dude.
I love the comics that show like sort of an IRL version of like walking into a store and selling somebody a million like helmets or like
Yep.
all the carrots you're carrying, and they're like, I don't want all these. Like, you're buying them.
Too bad, my man. It's really not about what you
Too
want
late.
at this point.
It's really not about what you want as a shop owner or independent business person.
All right, so
It's more
let's.
about what I want as a main character
Ooh,
customer.
that's a good look. Finally.
Yeah.
The pauldron really makes it, I think.
Well, let's see. There are frilly day gowns for sale here.
Ooh, frilly day gowns sound exactly right.
From what I know about Dip, I think she would be into frilly day gowns. But, and I think here's the crucial thing, she wouldn't want anyone else to know that she's into frilly day gowns, so you can only wear them when there's no one looking.
So, like, yeah, you gotta buy one and put it in the inventory, and then just, like, hide it there most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then occasionally when there's no one around, you can get it out and put it on and swan about.
Can't afford a horse just yet.
How does this dude sell dresses and horses? Is this the only store in town?
And books. And whatever an Eodoric is. Look at that.
What did you just call me?
Eodoric, yep. What's that bandage looking thing?
The
About halfway
bandage?
up. Oh, it's just a bandage. There was something. Oh, okay. I guess it must have been one of the books.
I might want to swap out the blue casual pants for the wrap. Ooh, maybe not.
Oh, that's a bad rap. Unintentional pun, I know. Oh. Like, it just gives the impression of someone who's wearing a tux above the waist and just boxers below. That is a powerful look.
That looks powerful.
Frilly dress with the steel cuirass and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. And I am buying a cart, because that is one of the most important things to own in Daggerfall.
For real?
For real.
Like
you don't even have a horse.
Because
you are literally
like
putting a cart before a horse.
Yeah.
now I can
oh
just
my God.
dump all these pounds of stuff I can't sell here into the cart.
That's good, but now I have to picture you constantly walking around carrying a rickshaw behind you. Which,
I mean, that'd be pretty rad.
that's not as much of a downside as I
Buddy.
initially meant it to sound like, yeah.
And do we want to be wearing the raincoat?
No.
It detracts from the dress too much.
Yeah, it's really all about that, ball gown below the waist, business above. And by business, I mean combat.
Oh, wait, no. Wait, it's not business up front and party in the back. It's like
So would you like to ride the cart?
commerce
It's
on the commerce on the top and social. No, I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
It's violence on top, party in the back.
No, but like, I'm looking for old timey words for this.
Oh, okay, alright.
is more
Brigandry up top, and it's gonna take me a minute to think of some old-timey synonyms for party. I mean ball.
Cotillion.
Cotillion
on the bottom.
Cotillion on the bottom.
Is it Cotillion? I think it's Cotillion.
It's Brigandry up north, Cotillion down south.
That's the one. That's it. North and south is how we want it. I think so.
I'm gonna get on Twitter and just tweet the absolute nonsense that.
I don't know if it's making through my microphone or not, but it is raining aggressively in the southwestern Ontario area.
There's a very little bit of white noise, I think, making it
Also
through.
Michigan. That white noise was the rain picking up outside my window.
Yeah. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Brigandry. North. oh, wait, Chris, show me the character thing. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. Cool.
Pity about the floating numbers.
Come check out. I'm putting E's on the end of a lot of these words.
Yeah, obviously.
Maybe double
Obviously.
T in some of them. Alright, I'm gonna apply for a
Full
loan.
Body.
You gonna apply for a loan in that game? My goodness.
Let's
It's
see.
got everything. You can do your taxes. You can apply for a loan.
I
You can
think
rent an apartment.
I think buying a ship is 10,000, so I'm just gonna borrow 9,000. Maybe I don't want to apply for a loan. Not in Daggerfall. I'm just gonna hop across the border real quick.
Yeah, the Daggerfall. I mean, it's right there in the name. You apply for a loan in Daggerfall, you don't pay it. The loan in Daggerfall's on you.
Do we want to borrow from the Bank of Glenpoint or the Bank of Tulun? These are the kind of questions Skyrim never asks, and no one asks Skyrim to ask.
I don't know the answer to this question. Chris, you're gonna have to do what you think is best.
Okay, I'm going to go to Lambrug. Ooh, that'll take us 2 days. We can stop at some inns. It'll cut it down to 1 day. Ooh, we're better at mercantile and climbing.
God, this friggin' alien. Slow down. Alright. Look get you.
Are you playing something that would be better to stream?
I don't know. To play Lego City.
I don't think we can switch horses mid.
Okay, yeah.
I think we can carry this on. I mean,
the
I'm
people
more than
have-
happy to play.
The people have signed on for Daggerfall. They know what they were getting into.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And also, I
Daggerfall.
just tweeted that absolutely glorious screenshot.
Alright, does Lambrug have a bank? Do any of you know? Hang on, I'll just get on
Yeah.
I'll just get on the cart so I can move a bit faster.
I do not know.
Oh.
that thing.
Do you? How come you have a? How come your cart has a horse,
The horse comes with the cart.
but you couldn't afford a horse?
Yeah, that's a free horse. A cart horse is
Okay.
different from a free horse, apparently. A free horse does actually move faster.
So, to take a moment, like a horse that would have pulled a cart in the Middle Ages would actually have been a different breed, quality, and training of horse than
Yeah,
like a
that's true.
destrier or a combat horse.
Okay.
So that's not unfair.
Yeah, and the free horse is like 4 or 5 times the cost of a cart horse.
Yeah.
I don't think Lambrug has a bank. It only has a general
It's
store.
starting to seem like it doesn't. There's a bar.
We can hit up the bar.
All right. Let's see what's going on in there.
Let's see. Wait, wrong key. This is the
If we
map.
go in there and anything other than the Star Wars Cantina music plays, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Is there a mod for that?
What about green
I'm-
sleeves? I'm looking for probably green.
I mean,
Green
if we
Sleeves
can
is good.
convince someone from the sites to watch this stream, there might become a mod for that. Like, there's not much of a barrier to entry for that. Hello.
Man, that is really low-key music. Oh gosh, she has a scary face.
Well, she's
those eyes
she's
shoot
asking us what it is.
What is it?
I'm gonna ask
Put it
her.
in. Soul
Okay.
sister.
Oh my god. Aziria.
What is it?
That's racist. Holy crap. So we asked about...
Dip doesn't take this, does she?
No, I think Dip kills that lady if she can. She said an Argonian who actually wants to work, like she was surprised. That's racist. This lizard is.
Yeah, how come we can't kill racists in this game? That would be much better.
I could swear you
Is it
used to
working?
be able to.
It's a shame.
Well, not so much
Was
these
it
days.
patched
Patch
away?
notes made the game worst.
I'm gonna see if I see. Maybe it's about being an interior. Let's stab some random person on the street.
Yeah, see how that goes.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, wow, just full on exploded like a blood
Okay, the
water
guards didn't like that.
balloon. Oh crap! Oh crap! There's so many of them. Where did they all come from? Get in the cart.
Oof. Ooh, big
Make
oof.
a run for it. South of the border. Woo.
Boy, that is one maneuver.
Now, if we can kill them,
Yes.
we get some good loot from them.
I love that your
Like-
horse can strafe.
5 of them who are much higher level than we are? I don't know. It seems like a tall order. Not impossible.
That's
but...
probably why they have good loot.
Can you kill them from horseback?
What direction? Oh yeah, I can attack from horseback. I did take
Okay.
not allowed to take ranged weapons to get some bonus points, but
I see.
I think
a
I
good
actually
bonus.
had a mod where you can run over people with the horse. I might have disabled that feature, I don't know.
I love how this has turned into Grand Theft Daggerfall. You should run.
I mean, what else do you do in a sandbox game?
I mean, yeah, you mess stuff up.
This is how
Oh,
carts
man.
this is how carts move.
Those guys are really stiff-leggedly wandering after you as your horse diagonally canters backwards away. I mean, there are diagonal horse gates, so that's not totally inaccurate.
Being shackled to the cart is the main issue.
I've spent
hey,
so
a
much
bird.
time learning about like medieval day-to-day life lately, and I find it really enriches my enjoyment of a lot of fantasy stuff.
Huh.
But it may also do the opposite of that for everyone else who has to hear my pedantic talk about what would be and wouldn't be accurate.
I don't think the guards care about us
I
anymore.
think it adds a good deal of flavor.
I'm gonna switch to the... Let's reach a bigger town. The darker a dot is, the worse the town.
Ooh, like
So-
worse as
Smaller.
oh.
Small towns are worse.
So basically, you want to find the brightest star in the sky and go there.
Now, it'll cost us 30 coins to... Well, I also kind of want to get a coastal place so that I can buy a ship.
I didn't know that was an option until
So-
now, but that's all I want to do.
So let's
Okay,
try
now we
Westwall.
need to do some piracy now. Let's do it. Find ship.
Is it ever not going to be winter?
Oh yeah, it just has a real in-world calendar. So you
cool.
have to legitimately pass like 120 days or something for it to stop being winter.
And they're in-game days,
Yes.
not 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I
Thank
That's,
goodness for that.
Now I don't think the guard in this town cares about the person I killed in the other town.
Hope not.
Great. One wonders how he would even have heard.
So there are 5 buildings here that might be banks. Orange basically
There's like
means a
bowl in the
store.
town square? Why are there cows just wandering this?
This is a jeweler. Are you
Ow,
a store?
sorry.
I think I have a book to sell. Oh, is it? What time is it?
I don't know.
It's like 8 in the
hey, you got
morning.
lunch. Yeah, well, stores don't typically open till 9 in my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
nothing's gonna be open.
So,
Let's rent an in-room.
is that better than just resting in the street?
Well, we'd get fined for vagrancy.
Ugh. If
You
they can
are
survive your
joking me.
blade.
I
That
am
dude
not.
looks like Jack Black.
We'll just need the room for tonight. And let's just get some bread while we're at it.
Like a young... What's the guy? He's the father of the guy from 24.
Sorry?
I want to say Donald Sutherland.
Father of the guy from who?
24.
Yeah, that's Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, it's like a young Donald Sutherland is who that dude looked like.
Oh, interesting.
It's 11 in the morning now. You'd better be open. You're supposed to be literate.
I mean,
You know, when you go
Donald
to a...
Sutherland's known for a lot of other stuff, but I'm still on this now. He was in Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of his young stuff,
He
unfortunately.
was. I mean, Kelly's Heroes is pretty good. It had a pretty great climactic tank scene.
Okay.
Alright.
Put that on the list.
Go back and watch that again.
I didn't actually have any books to sell. We can spend 600 gold on a in-universe book.
Okay.
There are a lot of in-universe books, including like a 10-part novel series.
Okay, that's awesome.
God.
Let's take a minute and let's ask ourselves 2 questions. Number 1,
Hey Todd.
is Dip literate?
That is a big question. That's important.
True.
I want to say, honestly, for flavor, Maybe not.
With a 15 intelligence, I'm thinking no on that one.
15 out of what? Sorry, I
Out
wasn't.
of a potential
100.
75.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, that's it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's make her buy the book and then realize that she isn't literate.
Now, the books will be a lot more expensive in this shop.
Ooh, yeah, no, I actually really love the idea of her buying a book and then throwing it on the floor.
It's like, oh, right, I can't read this. Goodbye.
Alright, what are we thinking? Greywage? Fool's Ebony Part the 4th? Wait, she can't read the titles.
Right.
Yeah, she's just gonna... There are 3 green books and 2 brown books.
Alright, I'm going to roll a d10.
Do that.
And I'm
There's
gonna
only
see if I can get it
5
near
books.
the mic. Well, yeah, if it's above 5, I'll subtract 5.
Okay.
I don't have a d5, Sean.
I don't think that they make those.
I got a 5. We're getting Greywage, and let's face it, we were all rooting for Greywage.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that might be above our price point.
Oh.
Oh man, we can't even afford the book. Oh, they do.
Or
make a
can we?
5-sided die.
Oh, I'm not... I mean, they
Wait.
caught us, right?
So now Dip has to kill somebody for their money in order to afford the book because she really wants it.
She wants to prove to the world that she too can learn to read.
No,
Spoilers.
just because
It-
she really, she forgets that she can't read. She really wants
Okay.
this book.
So
Kills
you're-
somebody to get it, and then remembers.
So what you're saying is
That's
we...
what
Can't read.
Are you saying we don't surrender? We...
That's yes. I'm saying we
Oh
don't surrender.
shoot! How is it that 5 guards teleport to wherever you are the moment you do a
Wow,
crime?
that's a lot of guards.
It's okay, we walked through a door, they're gone now.
Ha.
What?
That'll show them.
They fully are gone. What?
Oh, I failed again. Okay.
You're trying to steal. Man, this is the easiest wanted system I've ever seen in a game. Oh no!
Alright,
Oh,
I need
good.
to rest
Shut up.
before I keep trying.
We have no skills and subtlety is the problem. we like started this whole game with our plan to never do anything even remotely skillful or smart. And here we are trying to pickpocket a book. The 2 most skillful and smart things there are.
Yeah. She's had a real character growth. I like the dynamic development of our arc. It's a narrative for the ages, isn't it? He agrees, right, dude?
Ooh, that is
Totally.
wrong.
Oh, so he tells us that in this, there's only bookstores, gem stores, taverns, and general stores.
He looks like someone
Wow.
tried to make Gandhi out of clay and then didn't do a good job.
Let's see if he knows anything about work.
I, for one, welcome Clay Gandhi.
Ooh. The racist at the Naven Ferry, if I remember that name correctly, might have work
Yeah.
for us. We're above that, aren't we?
I think that we are.
We just tried to steal the same book 3 times, and we're above that. We can't travel with enemies nearby? Is that you?
Oh no!
Is it the racist? Is she the
Oh,
enemy?
killed him! Take his stuff. Run!
Are there more of you? There's more of you.
Why are none of these cars they're making me
Say
steal
what you will
apples?
about Dip, she's apparently pretty good at fighting.
We here at Frankly Implausible do not endorse killing police officers.
Unless they're stopping you from getting a book that you can't read.
Well, I mean, obviously that would be a different set of circumstances.
Alright. Well,
If you are illiterate and trying to steal a book, and a police officer tries to...
Well, now that I know the police are after me, I better go take a nap.
I
Alright.
love the
Oh man,
rest
they're sleeping. We
options.
gotta leave them alone now.
There's rest for a while, until fully healed, and then loiter for a while.
What
Yep.
about rest until the cops leave me alone?
What's the purpose of loitering?
It is for being able, like, let's say everything is locked down for the night, and you
Okay.
don't want to pay for a room. Do you want to tank the vagrancy of sleeping on the floor?
Okay, I
No. Or let's say that someone told you to meet them at noon in a certain tavern. You can loiter for 3 hours, You don't have to roleplay those 3 hours of loitering. Who got
It's kind
time
of
for
more
that?
like a Fallout style of loitering.
I absolutely would love.
And
to
you know what?
roleplay this video.
In Skyrim, you'll get a still shot of your character standing completely still for all the hours of the wait function.
That is horrific.
I like that loiter. You can say, alright, I'm gonna loiter for a couple hours, and you can sort of imagine what your character's doing during these 2 hours.
Yeah, like kicking around a rock she found, stealing a couple of books, rapidly learning that she can't read said books.
That said, I don't know why we
Back.
loitered for 2 hours, given that the cops are allegedly after us.
Yeah, that seems like a mistake.
Maybe we should go.
Let's find
Let's
a
go.
dungeon or something.
Alright,
you
well,
wanted to find a boat.
red dots are dungeons.
Good.
However, you start out with only the suckiest dungeons available to you.
Oh, well, how do we get better dungeons?
You get quests to go to them by joining,
Oh.
like, the Fighters Guild.
I was
Or-
hoping you would, like, buy a bad dungeon,
Or you
flip it.
Or
a
random
better
loot.
dungeon.
Random loot, sometimes you'll find a map of a dungeon.
I see.
But yeah. So the
you
starting
go on with the
dungeons you
sucky
can
dungeons?
find are basically all like this. I don't know what those are in the sky.
Yeah, I'm starting to super worry about what those are in the sky. Are they just bushes?
So
Flying bush?
the real power of Daggerfall is its good dungeons. The starting tombs that you find are underwhelming. I don't know how much of the hype about Daggerfall's dungeons you guys have been experienced.
Not.
They are cited
I
as one of
literally
the
hadn't heard about this game.
They are cited as one of the main inspirations for Barony.
Cool.
Alright,
Like the
these
sound of
bats
that.
have no treasure. Ooh.
That's a skeleton
Thank
in
you,
a box.
That's just a dead guy.
Your average Daggerfall playthrough will start out with a fair amount of just robbing random tombs.
Wandering around through just stealing what crap you can find. Well, it's not like these people need it, they're dead.
Exactly.
And I don't know what this game's policy is on the undead and whether they're allowed to spend money, but
You can become a vampire.
Oh, well,
Well-
then I did so much leftover money.
there's actually a strong chance that these... Well, what does a vampire need to buy, really?
Clothes.
Capes.
And we've
Not
experienced
mirrors.
the entirety of this dungeon.
Fang polish. I love that the exit is just a poster.
I'm gonna
Fang
just
polish, better known as
store
regular
my heavy
toothpaste.
stuff.
Toothpaste, yup. I mean, they have to buy that whatever oil they use to grease back their hair like Bela Lugosi, right?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. So the thing is, you got to go buy vintage Brill cream because they don't make it or
Okay.
sell it anymore.
Right, that's expensive.
But they keep styling their hair like Vincent Price.
There's no way that old Brill cream hasn't gone right. It's what? Hey, Chris, what just flew by?
Oh,
What's that? Is that a witch?
that's a mod. There is
Oh.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time I opened up the cart menu, there have been 5 options.
Oh,
In the
Airship.
vanilla game, there are only 4, but I decided to add one of the best mods I have ever seen for Daggerfall Unity.
Uh-oh.
horse.
It came out like last week, so
Awesome.
Sick.
good timing on this stream.
Fresh mod plugs right here.
I mean, that has to be our new goal, right?
Buying an airship?
like-
Yeah, that's actually
this
why
thing-
I've been trying to
Wait.
get a ship.
Cool.
Airships?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so for this. This is exactly what we need to do.
It's
This just became
8
the
p.m.
legacy of Tiffus
Where?
Shittist's quest to purchase and immediately crash an airship.
Oh, right, because of course she doesn't know how to fly an
There's
airship.
no fucking clue how to pilot
Not
an
even the
airship.
first. She doesn't even know how it works.
She doesn't have an iota that lives down the street from an idea. Pilot an airship.
That's pretty far off. Damn.
No maps.
So,
Alright, what
so
can I
let's swap
sell?
that thing.
I can sell those. Do I want the steel saber? 3 to 12, 2 to... No, I don't want the steel saber.
Yeah, you get the long sword.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point of you. Short arms, long swords. Tyrannosaurus
Yep.
dipshit.
Shite. Don't be crude, Sean.
Shit. Correct. You got me there. I love the way that's been like slowly morphing over the course of this podcast.
And this is an arms merchant, I think, but yeah, they're closed for the night.
Alas.
Do we want to find a tavern and rest, or just kind of loiter the entire night?
Are there any consequences to loitering the entire night?
Nope.
Doubt it.
I am going to enter this tavern anyway. Put away my
Okay, so you
sword.
can just loiter the entire night and not get in any trouble, but you can't sleep on the road.
Okay, this person has a quest
Then
for me.
vagrancy.
They had a first printing of The Sage. That's a good
Have you ever
book.
read the book The Sage? Definitely not. I'll tell you that right now, Lane.
100%.
But do we
no.
think we can find it? We're
Oh, definitely.
maybe.
No, we're not gonna.
They
know
have
it when
no
we-
idea who took it. Just try and ask around.
We're
You're
just gonna bring you
you're
every
great
book
in
we
help.
can find.
I'm
well.
gonna need you to draw me a picture of what that book looks like, so I'll know
Okay,
if I
a
find
thief
it.
attacked us the moment after we got that quest. And we
So
have the
that one's
book!
real bad.
Chris, did you get a Staples button for this game or something?
Well done, Dippest Shittest. Here's the 440 gold.
We're totally in character with walked away, killed the guy, grabbed the first book he found, and brought it back.
It just happened to be the one. We have to assume she's checking, right?
Like,
You're-
No, we don't.
Are you checking? Are you checking?
Dennis is definitely not checking. She's just like, this gotta be the book.
Yeah,
We're looking for a book.
You
she,
have no idea.
yeah, she's drunk, isn't she?
Poor mate. She is standing at like a 45-degree angle, so that's not a great sign.
Yeah, she saw this figure come up to her, and she said, "Hey, I think someone stole my book. Can you get it?"
I think this lizard person in combat armor and a ball gown might be able to.
She's definitely here to help. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Alright,
I cannot imagine the thought process that led to asking that person for help.
alright, there is actually a bank in this town. So,
Ideal. Can we rob the bank?
neither of...
Probably. Wait, yes.
He is not helping us to find either of them, though.
You called us a freaking Argonian.
Yeah, but he's inside an inn, so he's immortal.
The world is not kind to lizard people.
Yeah, like really. That all about.
We'll just drink the racism away.
Oof.
I love that when you tried to eat, the game just told you you weren't hungry.
It's like, nah, you're not hungry. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
I already forgot what we were about to do. Oh, rob the bank.
Yeah, we're gonna go rob the bank.
I think it's robbery o'clock.
I have such a
No,
hangover.
rob the bank.
They just
At least-
left the corpse of the thief in the main bar room.
Alright, so the bank is any of the orange buildings. I think we maximize
Okay.
our odds in that central plaza.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
So it's not what we're doing.
There's no mini map. Oh, you're right. Darn it. You know what? Hang on. Okay, here's the new rule.
Are we-
Every time we make a decision, I roll a d20. When I roll said d20, if we get a 20, we get a sudden insight from the god of logic. Otherwise, we have to do the stupid thing.
Alright.
Okay, so here goes the d20. It's a 10, so...
What even is
Stupid
this
it is.
sign?
Yeah,
Alright,
okay,
so
that's what it is.
I want you two to guess what this shop is, based off the sign.
They sell tristicles.
Alright? Well, it's locked.
It's night.
But it is called Tulun's best used gear.
Why is that 3-ball thing a symbol of used gear? You know what? I don't want to know whatever the answer to that question is.
Used balls, I guess.
Let's move on with our lives, I think.
Yeah, it's probably best if we don't ask.
I am kind of wishing I shelled out for one of the fast horses.
Like, is a used sports ball better for... cheaper for...
I mean, it's cheaper for
Sportsing?
sure. probably not bad. If you bought like a soccer
So
ball.
that's
So that guy
jewelry.
sells jewelry for sure.
Vintage Gemstones is the name of the shop.
Vintage. How do you tell a gemstone if it's vintage?
You take the seller's
They don't
word for it.
age. Yeah, that seems well.
That seems like an unwise choice.
Carpe
Seems like
diem.
an unwise choice. But let's roll that quick d20. That's a 19. Still have to make a dumb choice.
And here's Uthival's finest of jewels.
So we're in sort of the jewelry.
Tulun is a town that
Jewelry
likes
district.
its jewels. Not enough to put them
Yeah,
in
the
the
shops
central
are-
plaza. All the jewel merchants were sort of driven away. In the...
There's a lot of like really awkward parallels to real life here.
Yeah,
Like in your like sort of Jewish diamond merchants,
yeah, for sure.
and like, oh, let's put them all in one neighborhood.
Kick them out of town. Yeah.
So what? They're...
It's so
And, like, the Middle
realistic.
Ages when that
The
started,
music
it's
changed.
like-
I guess the stores are open.
Oh yeah, it's go time.
It sounds like really high stakes music for stores.
Okay, not to
This is just...
like super interrupt or like completely whiplash conceptually your minds,
Sure.
but you jump back to Lego City for a minute.
Yep.
You've got different sort of abilities based on which like disguise you're wearing,
Okay.
and the disguise that has like the jump and glide ability is a farmer.
Mhm.
His glide ability is provided by a chicken that he pulls out of where? And he just holds onto the chicken's feet while the chicken flaps and kind of glides down.
Yeah, I mean that's like a classic Zelda thing.
Oh, it's a Zelda. I just,
I
like
mean,
I
it
don't
is a
play a
thing
lot
in
of Zelda, so I'm not used to chicken gliding. I'm used to like parachute gliding.
When you said the farmer had a jump and glide ability, my first thought was Clark. Clark
Who?
Kent.
No, not that guy.
All right.
Not quite. Yes, the farm boy with the jumping the tall buildings and
Right.
mounds and leaping.
I have been listening to the 1940s era Superman radio show this week, and
Ooh.
first of all, it's everything you'd expect in terms of tune in next week to find out.
Good.
Will Clark Kent be able to rescue Lois without letting go of his secret identity?
I'd be
Yeah.
deeply disappointed at anything else, to be honest.
Right. Second thing, it's really good.
That's good news.
Like, it's cheesy as all get out, but
I mean, I mean,
like
there's
the
not a lot of
storylines are all
especially
railroad
that era.
disasters and prison breaks, and like, there's this great hook where Superman not only doesn't he want people to find out that he's Clark Kent, but he doesn't want anyone in the world to know there is a Superman. So there's this angle where Superman is like an urban legend,
Guys.
and people are like, "Who's that dude in the red cape?" Oh, it's really
Guys, the quest
Yeah?
giver didn't take the book.
what?
We
What?
can sell it. No, we cannot
Wait, so,
sell.
oh,
We can't
so she
sell
paid
it.
us for
She paid
What's
us.
the point of it?
We cannot sell it. We cannot remove it from our inventory. But the quest is already done. I've checked our logs.
Okay, so
Sweet.
options include
So that book's there forever. Does it take up
she
like
just wanted the thief to not have it.
the inventory space, like mass?
I mean, who would want the
Can you
thief to
drop
have it?
Like, is it weighing us down at all, or like, do we just get a free book that we can not read?
I think it's that.
Yeah, we can't remove it.
Does it have weight?
It does have 2 pounds.
Oh my
2
god.
pounds of book that we can't remove it. Can we
I got exactly the same glitch
like
in
just
Skyrim.
drop it?
I still have.
I'm gonna talk
like,
to the quest
Eleanor's
giver.
head or whatever.
Doesn't sound like it was by design for the.
Which of you memorized the tavern that we were given the quest in?
Definitely.
I'm under attack.
Chris turns around and there's a guard with an axe like mid swing.
Oh, that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Gosh, thank God for your Argonian toughness.
Door! No door!
It really weirds me out that Dip screams like a human woman. Like, is that uncomfortable for anybody else, or is that just me?
Yeah, I guess that would be weird.
you would expect her to go like or something like lizard.
Probably
sounds.
hissing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or like a predator kind of. I want to say like a chitter.
So, asking these people normally has been a bust. What register do we want to try and connect with Evelina Masterton in? A polite register or a blunt one?
Ooh, I like that there's different tone. It's blunt. And in fact, I think we should never leave the blunt tone.
Alright. So we just say, I got to get to the Bank of Tulun, and she responds nicely. No Argonian slurs here. She just tells us it's east.
Wow.
So you just have to show these people who's boss.
Now I almost feel like bad because she was not like a super racist. We still treated her like mean.
I don't think this is
Unfortunately, there
this
were
is
no
not
dialogue options that said.
this is not the same tavern. It's just identical.
It just looks exactly the same in every way. I see.
I was wondering why there weren't any dialogue options that said, "Would you take your damn book back, please?"
Oh, even if we find her, I'm pretty sure there won't be. Oh, the guards are still there? I went through a door!
For the first time ever, the guards remembered they could just stay outside until you came out.
I mean, I rested
Well,
for.
it only has one door.
I did rest for 4 or 5 hours in the tavern while they were just standing there. So let's not give them too
Yep.
much credit.
That's efficient police work, is what that is.
And that was this many guards? What, that's 5? No, I think it's 6.
Yeah, I'm counting 6.
Alright, I'm just gonna go on my way to the bank with a bunch of police shouting halt as I run from them. And let's see if and we'll apply for a loan at that bank.
Yes, apply for a loan.
That's definitely gonna make you look
Apply
stupid.
for an
on
airship
local
loan.
road.
Can we get an airship yet? Is that jumping the gun?
I think we're still on the quest, the airship quest.
Okay, the
Yeah,
police are
okay, let
real
me
Need
far
a
see
behind
loan
now.
to buy an airship.
We rob the bank.
No, we take a
because
loan
it's not
and
like
then
can
we
send
rob
any
it.
more cops in. Okay, we get both. We get
Then
exactly
we kill the bat. Oh, wait,
Now-
what?
Now, if you default on a loan in Daggerfall, you aren't allowed to access your bank account anymore. However, every province has its own bank. So if we never come back to Tulun, we won't care about the bank hating us for being millions of dollars in debt.
Oh, good.
So, how much can we borrow?
Is it?
They're only willing to loan $100,000 to us. As
To
their
a random bald room gown armor lizard lady who walked out of the frozen waste pursued by the cops.
You know what?
Take it. Take it.
We're gonna let them keep 5. There. Now we owe them... Oh, they're charging interest, too. We'll have to pay them back 109,000 by the 9th of Morningstar.
It's incredible that they think that we care about that.
Alright, now we can buy a regular ship. Neither of these are airships.
Where does the bank have ships?
We can also buy houses, but... How do you buy an airship? I'm gonna need to look up this mod.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a mod.
I can do that. You're busy playing the game.
I actually
It's
know the
important you have
website and how to navigate it.
Ah, okay. Well,
Ooh, get wrecked.
Like,
in the meantime, let me pitch you guys a game mechanic that I think would be a lot of fun to include in just really any game with a wanted system. When you get to the top of the wanted system,
Uh-huh.
the game does spawn the Batman. And now you have to deal with that.
And he just, like, comes after you.
He just absolutely wrecks your shit. Yeah, like, I think that would be a really fun game.
But, of course, like, he doesn't kill you.
Right.
He just completely kicks the shit out of you pretty regularly.
Actually, I read a pitch a while back for, like, it's Grand Theft Auto, but you wear a green jumpsuit and a mask. You run around with a cape, stealing from banks, and so it's just Grand Theft Auto Batman villain. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And for some reason, I'm more okay with that than a game that simulates realistic crimes.
Okay, an airship apparently costs $200 million.
Good gravy.
I mean, sorry, 2 million.
Oh,
I was
two regular
misreading.
million.
Well,
Well-
it's time to go from bank to bank, taking out loans. Just like any self-respecting and responsible financial adult does.
Now, that is
yeah.
one option. Another option is to edit the mod settings.
Oh my god, that's way better.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Like, how many years worth of screen time are we spending doing that?
Not many.
Okay, great. Oh wow, you can just sort of get right in there.
That's what I really need. What I really need.
Let's see. I don't think this goes
I'll
back
tell
to
you
the
what- I'll tell
Daggerfall
you what I
Unity
want, what I
menu.
really want.
And is it to see this lizard lady fly an airship?
It is. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. And relaunching the game.
I honestly think the best part of that song is like Scary Spice in the background going "huh," like Link.
I don't think that I've ever noticed that part.
Because there's like the tell me what I want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. And there's like I wanna huh, and then like in between the I wanna,
yeah.
between the I wanna's, there's I'm pretty sure it's Scary
I wanna
Spice.
I wanna huh.
Huh.
So, here's airships, here's settings.
And then they say actually
Now, ship cost, we can reduce to...
with the Ziggy Zigs.
What in Merlin's beard is a zig a zig ah? What is
I
that?
don't know what a Ziggy Zig is. Couldn't tell you. I really wish I knew, to be honest.
I'm gonna Google it.
So, what do we think? 0 or 500,000?
0. No, 500.
Or 6 million?
Like,
I mean,
take out prohibitive amounts of
frankly,
loans.
I'm just cool with working our way up to the 2 million by defrauding banks. That seems like fun to me.
Yeah, wait, like, can't we just defraud
Yeah,
all
alright.
the banks? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wait,
now.
like, how much coin are we anticipating on spending getting around to the different provinces to get to the different banks to defraud?
Like, 5 per provincial travel?
Okay, so let's defraud some banks.
What
Alright.
is a zig? Oh, hey, it's a Google autocomplete. I got as far as
No,
what
it's
is
not.
a
You're lying to me, you scoundrel.
I got as far as what is a zit, and then said a zig ah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Alright, do we think the guards will be waiting for us? Oh, we still have rooms in 2 places.
It's short for shit and cigars, apparently.
What?
Huh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't sound right.
According to The Sun, the girls and the writers of the song gave another musician that nickname. He was working in the studio at the same time as the band, and when he went to the toilet, he used to smoke a cigar. So they nicknamed him Shit and Cigar. I'm trying to decide whether to swear. I mean, we're like already pretty deep into the swears on this, on this episode, so which eventually got shortened down by Mel when she sang "Zig a Zig Ah." So.
Wait, what was the long version?
Shit and cigar.
Oh, it's like a. Oh my god, Kakumani slang is ridiculous.
So.
That's just.
I would say drastically changes the tenor of that piece of music.
Yeah.
Irretrievably ruins it for me. Not that I was listening to it on the daily anyway, but. Huh.
About effectively, like the broader point of the
Alright.
verses of the song.
I got to get to the
again.
Bank of Tulun.
A long,
Yes, ma'am, with pleasure. Bluntness
relationship.
works.
But also, I just want to go take a poop and smoke a cigar.
Yeah. So, like, hang on. I'm gonna look up I have to look up the lyrics to this song. It's called Wannabe, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright.
Huh.
Okay, Wannabe lyrics. So, okay, right off the bat, Ha 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 ha. That may actually just be laughter. I don't like the song. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
No, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I will tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Okay, so we go through the chorus, and it's I want to zig a zig.
Ha.
If you want my future, yeah, that ha is in there. If you want my future, forget my past. If you want to get with me, it's in the, yeah, I want. It says I wanna, and then in parentheses, ha. I wanna parentheses, ha. If you want my
Does it say
future,
where Spice Girls sang it?
forget my past. It does not. It's not like, unfortunately, a breakdown of who says what.
We need a specific breakdown.
Hang on,
I'm pretty sure it's Mel B.
I might. Yup! There it is! I got one that has a breakdown of who says what.
What was it? Scary Spice?
It doesn't. Unfortunately, the ha is not included in the breakdown. I'm pretty sure it's Scary Spice.
What a cut rate breakdown.
Honestly, like my next thing that I'm going to do is watch the video and figure out who's saying ha. So don't worry, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
This is why.
Man, we gotta do this kind of crap. This like 90s song investigation on this show more often.
Honestly, man, like, occasionally I'll get into a rabbit hole of like 1990s and early 2000s
Like pop
music
song lyrics.
and song lyrics. And
Like what did you think you were doing, guys? I can't wait for an expose on I'm Blue.
Like, what did we think we were? Like, as an audience, accepting this.
I was 4 years old, so I really don't think that I deserve any blame for what the Spice Girls were up to.
I guess, but they played this stuff for us, and like, I remember we used to play the Spice Girls on the radio in my day.
Yep, ditto.
Because,
Actually,
I mean, obviously it was on the
VHS
radio.
somewhere of me being
It was
interviewed at a
popular.
Blockbuster, and I'm in there saying like, "Who are your favorite bands?" Oh, the Backstreet Boys and the Spice Girls. Not because I liked them, just because that was the bands I could name.
That's all you were.
That's what people were talking
played,
about.
right?
Again, I was
Yeah.
4.
Oh man, were we up to some nonsense in the 1990s?
If you want my future, forget my past. If you want to get with me, better make it fast.
Yeah, like it's about wanting a long-term relationship and like.
Now don't go
not,
wasting my precious time. Get your act together. We could just be fun. So what I love about this though is that it's all about hurrying up. Because you've really got to get that zing ah, which we now know means you have to go to the washroom pretty fast. Right?
I guess, yeah, I guess.
If you want to
Because
be
the
my
point is
lover,
that
you
these
gotta
girls
get
are in a
with my
hurry.
friends. Because again, I'm leaving the room for a couple of minutes, so you better have someone to hang out with. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. I'm gonna be in there a while. If you want to be my lover, you've got to give me a penny to put in the coin slot in the pay toilet.
Oh man. I don't want to say remember, but oh man, how nuts is it that there are pay toilets in Europe, broadly speaking? It's just like one cultural thing that we don't do here, and I'm it's like.
Unfortunately, we don't do like a great replacement for it here either. So there are some pretty inhuman conditions, re finding a washroom in downtown Toronto sometimes.
Oh yes.
I used to be a receptionist at my church, and I would just let whoever in to use the washroom because like what's Plan B there?
On the sidewalk.
Right. I've been in some dire straits out there, and like I've been tempted to be like, okay, buddy, here are your options. You let me into your washroom, or I mean, we can just we can do this out here if you need it to be.
So, looking into the back of the bank, there's really only one thing that stores items, and it just stores a book.
Really? How am I supposed to rob a bank if they don't keep their cash handy?
Oh, and there's
I
a
have been so
painting.
deep into the Spice Girls over here that I completely forgot we were playing Daggerfall.
Okay, they got some paintings, some rings, and a bracer, as well as that book.
So here's the story
they also
from
have
Lizzie.
They also have a guard's worth of equipment.
Oh yeah, by which you mean a living guard who you're going to. Yep.
Fine, I'll put some of my stuff in the cart.
The way there is no animation whatsoever when they fall over, combined with the spray of blood that comes up as soon as they disappear, like teleporting straight to the ground, really gives the impression that they just kind of pop into a spray of blood.
Wait,
doesn't
no,
it?
wait. I remember the lyrics. I remember that lyric. No, it's.
So here's the story from A to
Here's the
Z.
story, but like,
You
again,
want to get with me,
if
you gotta
wanna-
listen carefully.
But like, no,
You
then she
gotta
just
listen.
introduces her friends.
Who likes it in your face? Ooh, that's not great in this context. We got G like MC, who likes it on un. Easy V doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. And as for me, haha, you'll see. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Wow, this whole song like really kind of sucks in the context of what Zig is Zig turns out to be. Hot dang. Now, phase 2 of the Spice Girls investigation is me figuring out who says ha in the video. So, for science, here we go.
I'm just-
faces out of it.
I'm just massacring guards in the background.
Yeah, you know, you go ahead, you do your dark deeds, Chris.
It's frankly unstreamable for all of your 1990s girl band lyrics and massacring.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a quick break to tweet about exactly that. So
For all your mass murder and 90s song lyric needs.
Yeah, that's
Wait, was that song? That song was early 2000s, wasn't it?
That's-
Like 2001.
Let's find out. According to YouTube, on the Vivo channel, that can't be right. Well, the YouTube video was posted in 2009, but that only makes sense.
That'll be because YouTube
Yeah.
wasn't around.
No,
when
YouTube
it
doesn't
was
tell me the
posted.
year of the song. Give me a second. Wanna Be by the Spice Girls.
Usually Google will just tell you straight up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Artist 1996. I was a 3.
96?
Yup. And you were 3 too, because we're the same age.
We were 3 years old. We were born within weeks of each other.
Yeah, that's always a fun thing to remember.
Pretty dope. They used to seem really commonplace because, I mean, I guess it makes sense because we're in school, a bunch of people the same age as you, but now that I'm out working in the working world, it's like, oh, they're 27, they're 29, they're 32, they're 21, they're 20.
We had this big argument on the podcast the other day, by the way, about whether the Green Goblin would have Spider-Man's phone number. And I argued that yes, because your mom has my phone number, and Green Goblin is Spider-Man's best friend's dad. So.
Oh man, he totally has Spider-Man's
Right?
phone number.
Yeah, you text Laura that. Get on my side.
Especially, okay, but like, Sam Raimi, like, Willem Dafoe definitely
Yeah.
has Tobey Maguire's
Oh,
phone number.
for sure.
Because that was what made just early enough that, like, you'd still be giving your parents, your friends' parents' phone numbers. Oh man. Yeah, I'll text Laura that. What happened with number?
I'm doing that tweet about for all your Elder Scrolls Daggerfall and mid 90s. Oop, I spelled spice wrong.
Alright, we're across the border, so the guards should be fine with us now. As long as we never enter that province again, we're completely fine. I say province, they're really all independent kingdoms at this point.
Well, thank goodness for that, because otherwise they might have, like, some kind of extradition treaty.
And by independent, I mean they are all part of the Empire. They're a little iffy about whether or not they care about that. I'm just gonna rent a room and rest up. That cop killing really takes a bit out of you. Alright, let's find a bank to give us a loan.
Just reading you off a tweet that I'm writing. Like, seriously, did you know the phrase zigga zigga from Wannabe refers to a shit and cigar? This and other shocking revelations. At twitch.tv.
Frankly unstreamable for all your song lyric and mass murder needs.
Yeah. Oh, I did that one already.
Oh, okay, good.
Kristen from Twitch TV retweeted us.
Yes! Thanks.
Well, one of my earlier tweets, though. Unfortunately, she did not retweet. Well, maybe if we're very
What
lucky.
was it? The one with the picture of?
It was not. It was a much earlier tweet than that.
Ah.
I'm now thinking that she maybe doesn't
Now thinking that maybe Crystal's
work
a bot.
for Twitch so much as she is someone who is involved with the business of being on. Okay. What was... Oh, yeah, now I'm supposed to watch this music video. First of all, I don't know which Spice Girl is which from looking at.
Okay,
So
Scary
that's gonna
Spice
be a
is the one
challenge.
with the long, wild hair, and I've already brought this up to other friends, but there's sort of like a...
Okay, I figured...
I don't want to speak out of turn, because I feel like I could just completely put my foot in my mouth to this one, but I feel like Scary Spice being the only Spice Girl of color is like a little bit low-key racist.
Yeah, that does seem a little rough. Like, she doesn't look goth or anything.
No, she's not in any way scary.
Okay.
So, like, why is she the scary one?
So I'm gonna guess as we go through this. I don't even remember all the Spice Girls that there were, so we're gonna find
wait.
out.
Okay, we're gonna play... No, we're gonna play...
We're gonna play which Spice Girl is
We're
which.
gonna play Frankly Unstreamable tries to remember this one first.
Just to guess the Spice Girls.
So we've got Scary. There was Posh.
Posh. Okay, I'm figuring Posh is the one in like the slinky black dress. That just makes
She's
sense.
Victoria she's married to David Beckham.
Yeah.
She's the one who had like she stayed fairly well known, and
One of
I
them
think
is wearing
Scary's
like
adopted this
Adidas
by her
pants and a
full name,
sports bra.
Mel B, and like
So
she
that
still
seems
does like a lot of
probably
UK
Sporty
media stuff.
Spice. Is that one of them?
Oh, Sporty! Yeah, I think you're right. And there was a Baby Spice.
Yeah. Okay, so one of them's dressed like she's out for tennis, in like a white dress and tennis shoes.
That's probably Sporty Spice.
No, because Sporty Spice is wearing a sports bra and blue Adidas pants with green stripes down the side. So that's gotta be
okay.
that
So
one.
the tennis dress is Baby Spice.
I would guess Baby, and then the last one, who I'm going to guess is Sequin Spice, or whatever that character in the sequin jumpsuit from, give me a second. Dr. Frankenfurter's, like, assistant.
Oh.
What's
Rocky
Rocky Horror Picture
Rocky Horror
Show.
Picture Show. We're looking at
What's her name?
Columbia.
Columbia, yeah. One of
Columbia
them's dressed like
Spice.
Columbia from the
I don't think
Columbia.
her name is Columbia Spice, but I'm here
Oh,
for
right,
it.
of course. It's Time Warp Spice. Hang on.
Wait, hang on.
It's actually,
Don't tell me. No, don't tell me. Hang on. So we've got Scary, Sporty, Posh, Baby, and...
I literally cannot figure out whether it's Time Warp Spice or Scary Spice doing the humps.
Oh, man, really?
They both have their mouths wide open, but somehow one of them is singing. How is that possible?
I think the term we're looking for is bad lip syncing.
We really
I
need to
think
like.
it might be Scary Spice.
You really need to get some kind of screen sharing capability so that
Yeah.
you can be reacting to the same thing everyone's experiencing, you know?
Well, I am kind of loving the way Rob and I have broken off into a Spice Girls.
Completely tangential Spice Girls.
It's really fucking stupid. But it's also really freaking fun.
Today on Frankly Unstreamable, Frankly Unstreamable becomes Frankly Tangential. Frankly unrelated.
I'm gonna tweet that the stage Robin and Sean have fully broken off.
Sit rep.
Sit rep.
Sit rep. Robin and Sean have completely gone entirely AWOL.
Completely broken up. Into a splinter show.
Okay. Let's all tab over and see what Chris is up
Entirely
to.
devoted.
On the horse. With the cart behind him.
Oh no, this is the free horse. So much
you got a
faster.
You've been spending our hard fraudulently obtained money on a free horse instead of an airship?
Well, it's going
I've
to
been-
get him from one
I've been
theft to
making
another faster.
I've been making some extra by doing some ancillary murder. It's fine. We're still ahead of schedule.
Make sure you're only spending the murder dollars on the non-airship. Because the fraud was 100% for the airship.
Fun fact about Daggerfall, by the way. Gold has weight.
No!
So one of the services banks offer is buying letters of credit. So
Can we fraudulently write letters of credit?
Nope.
Ah.
And okay, good. These letters of credit do work in provinces other than the one they were loaned. Because that would have torpedoed the whole damn thing.
How great would that be? Just carrying around. We'd have to go get the cart back.
I'm weirdly really enjoying this music video, though.
I mean...
Scary Spice just kissed a dude in a lime green suit who she has never met before.
Because that lines up with the lyrics of the song where they're pretty much like... I don't want to say
all
demanding.
about vetting your new potential boyfriend. No, she just gets that rando.
You're completely vetting, like, a long-term relationship is like what they're looking for. It's what they're getting at.
Posh Spice really shouldn't dance on those stairs with such a high hemline on that skirt.
Oh, I pacified one of the guards who came in by my good etiquette.
What?
While I'm in the middle of robbing this place.
I'm pretty sure good etiquette is actually words that have never before been used to describe dip. Hi there, God! It's me, Dipest Shittest.
Should
Here to
test.
steal all your crap. that's the voice now. And listen, people who have beaten my D&D campaign, and yes, that's a list of 4 people, they're gonna find Dip's voice pretty familiar. Is it because I use it for every goblin I introduce to the game? Maybe.
There's also nothing wrong with just selling someone the stuff you stole right in front of them, from them.
Like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna sell the stuff from the body of that guard you just killed in front of him.
I mean, I also just went into his closet, took his stuff, and sold it to him.
Yes!
I can't tell when your sword swings are hitting people and when they're not.
It's mostly sound effects and blood spray based.
Okay.
Okay, this might be a bit much. I think I'm gonna dip.
Yep. Well, anything you do would be described as dipping.
Nah.
So.
Oh, hey.
Hey, you can't get over there. Yeah, see what that right there? That's called a bottleneck.
Oh.
It's what those of us in the fighting industry refer to as a tactic.
Good.
I know that's new for dip, but... Man, this place is nothing but guard. Oh, dip!
Well... autosave mod. You did not save me.
When was the last time?
Remember when I restarted to try and fiddle with the price of boats?
Oh my gosh. Alright, well...
No.
I'm taking that 5 gold that I left you. I have to pay off my old loan first.
I gotta give this game something. I have never played a game with loans before.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
a letter of credit worth 90,000 and withdraw 9,095 from the account in direct monies. And that's way too much to carry personally, so I'll just shove it in the wagon.
Now what I really need is a TNT dispenser.
Yeah, I could use that too. It'd help with the bank loan negotiations.
Right?
I don't want to freak you guys out, but there's at least 2 people actively watching our stream.
No way.
I know, right?
Why?
I guess the Spice Girls bullshit really brought it together.
I mean, it really did.
Hey, good to see you guys.
It did for me, I gotta say. That was
I was having a lot of fun with that.
So does this mean one of us will actually have to watch the chat?
Like in theory, yeah.
Because I can't.
I will do that. That's the least I could do while Chris does every other important part of the streaming thing, including like does the streaming while I don't pay attention and rewatch it.
I mean, like, I don't know how much of the audience focus is on the banter versus how much is on the game.
We lost someone because we talked about them. Oh well.
Oof. Big oof.
Not the end of the world. To our sole remaining viewer, even if it is technically me watching it, we hope you're having fun.
Was it? Man, it's gonna bother me now.
I have not
So it
failed.
was either scary or sporty, is what you're saying.
I can't. No, it's not sporty. It's scary or Columbia.
What? Oh my god, I gotta look it up now. I can't even.
Hang on. Okay. We're back at the chorus.
Wait, that wasn't going.
It is still impossible to tell who's doing it. It's Columbia.
Right.
It has to be Columbia. Okay, every time the phrase "I wanna" gets said, Sporty Spice's head is turned away from the camera. Columbia's mouth is wide open the whole time, and she is deadpan staring at the camera.
Uh-oh, guys.
So she can't possibly be saying "I wanna." I'm super worried about whatever's going on.
Guys, a game decision has happened.
Google, you
Okay.
know that's not what I wanted. Yes.
Ulthastair Woodhouse is missing. He might have been hurt.
Woodhouse? Sir?
Woodhouse?
Ulthastair Woodhouse.
Oh dear, sir.
Does Dip
Will you
care?
have a-
Jump cut to Woodhouse being trapped
I
underneath the
think
medicine ball.
Dip wants money and dungeons are things Dip wants.
Alright. This isn't like, oh wow, 2 days to find Ulthastair. Alright,
So
here's last
one of
consulting
the
with
Spice Girls is just
Agraware Hearthheart and Uthurian Woodheart. So each of you remember one of those.
Agarware blurp.
The screen share is not of high enough quality that I can read either of those names. Let me get on the Twitch stream, which is much higher quality. Agraware Hearthheart is mine.
Okay, that leaves Uthurian Woodheart.
You know what?
Hang
I'm
on,
just
hang
gonna
on.
screenshot.
What was the name?
Uthurian.
Woodheart.
Uthorion Woodheart.
Yeah.
We have to try and find those two people to find. I did actually have, like, the log will has them wrote down.
Oh, good.
I'm not literate though, so I'll never be consulting it.
Oh, God,
Bring it
I'm
up
so
for a hot
sad.
sec while I take a screenshot of it, though. Or is
This
that
one?
cheating?
I
Yeah,
mean,
got it.
if you're willing to be the Julianos.
Yeah, I am the Julianos. It's just that Julianos has a lot of really stupid opinions about the Spice Girls. I have not been able to spot the names in it. There it is. You keep leaving it before that.
I thought you
So-
took the screenshot and that was what you were looking at.
No, man.
So Ginger
Come on, man.
Spice.
Screenshot first,
There it is.
read later.
Good. Okay, I got it. I got it that time. And I'm gonna drop it in the chat so that it's available to all. You can see all my tabs in that screenshot, including our Argonians cold-blooded Spice Girls wannabe. And I think the Superman comics I'm reading.
I think the only place we're gonna find people to ask about those people is in taverns at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty late at
So,
night.
like, they're all named after, like, sort of ostensibly a character trait.
I don't.
I mean,
Oh.
I guess, you know, I've never met Mel B, but, you know.
I was wondering
or-
what character trait Argrawere was.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry.
Alright, so Bedistair Ashing isn't gonna tell us where Agraware Hearthheart is, but he is telling us where Uthurian Woodheart is.
Go north, no east, no. The Garefield residence is southeast of here. So it's the Garefield residence is what's important.
Yeah.
Man, Garefield is my favorite 16th century newspaper comic. Get on there. He and John of the Shitty Job.
Are we being serious? Is
And-
that your favorite?
And and
Garfield.
and Odin.
Odious Stench, the dog. And Garfield is always saying, "Verily doth I despise the day of the moon."
Oh no.
Oh my god, everywhere
Way
is
too long to
southeast
catch
from that guy.
Oh yeah, he's sort of at the northwest corner of town there, isn't he? Well,
Good thing
I
he
do
didn't
know.
stick with his story about it being north. Otherwise, I might have had to try and kill him. Killed a random person and fought the entire town guard.
hey, what about you,
It
randos?
sounds like you've been doing pretty good at fighting the guards so far.
Deepest shittest, I fear for my life. Will you protect me?
Well, if you're saying it like that. The
Yeah.
Wick House residence in the 3 hours before midnight. Are you going to tell me where that is?
What would be great is
You
if they
have-
would put a little marker on your map or something, yeah.
Can't, not from that map. I do not know. So any of these dark gray dots can be the Wick House residence.
Oh dear.
We
No.
we have until midnight, I guess. So
Okay, you know what? No. To Google.
oh no, Google doesn't have that.
Oh, we found the thing that Google doesn't have. Google has
Are
everything.
you kidding me? Google knows my search history, Google knows my friends, Google knows what I say to my girlfriend in the dead of night, which is nothing because we live in different cities, but still.
Alright, I can ask about residences to this small child. It was the Wick House residence, right?
You there, boy! Yeah, it was Wick House. What residence is it? It's Wick House, sir!
Well, the Garefield residence is a bit north
You know
of
the
here.
giant turkey in their home? Go buy it for me.
In addition to adding color to this, it's a wiki page on residences. It's completely unhelpful. Oh no! We're at the edge of Google's video games knowledge. Hang on, here's a Reddit post about what to do when you can't find a residence in Daggerfall.
Oh, I picked up the crappy.
The residence may be an inn, temple, or guild. Try looking in tabs. Other
The
than
Wick
Reddit.
House residence is west.
Not helpful.
So we've managed to narrow it down to this entire section of the city.
That's
I
not
mean,
super
That's
helpful.
a start, right?
I'm gonna go to the tavern like 1 block to the west and ask everyone in there.
West is slightly less than half the city. Oh no, that's actually pretty clever the way you're triangulating it. Unfortunately, that might disqualify Dip from doing it.
I
It's a
like to
relatively
think that
small
she just goes down, goes like, wait, there's a lot of west. Oh hey, a tavern. Maybe someone
Hang
in
on.
here.
Is this any help? If it's a relatively small town, you can switch to info mode and
This-
click on houses. Normal houses just say residence, but the quest objective house will have the name.
This isn't a relatively small town, but it might be helpful. Doesn't know where Wick House is. Does know where Garefield is.
We're gonna go to a complete non sequitur, and I'm gonna need one of you guys to tell me where this third bottle of ice cream is.
There are people in our chat, and this has never happened before.
Oh, what are they saying?
Trouble.
I mean,
Ice
they're
cream,
greeting
where?
us and they're saying hi. Hey, people in the chat, what do you know about the Spice Girls? And can you maybe help me figure out which one of them is saying ha in this video?
Is it Ginger Spice or is it Scary Spice?
And also,
Sorry, yeah, that was the tangent I was walking down earlier.
oh, is it Ginger Spice? Her name is Ginger Spice?
Her name is Ginger Spice.
I hate this.
So, like, Scary Spice, I mean, conceivably character trait, okay. Alright, Sporty Spice, like, clearly character trait.
Right.
Posh Spice, I mean, okay, so your parents were rich, but sure, right.
Yeah.
Character trait, call it that.
I mean, to be posh is to be fashionable and it, like, with it as well,
I guess.
right?
Yeah, well, I mean, more expensive than anything.
With it, he said, sounding like an 80-year-old man.
Hey, I'm hip.
I'm hip. Now what I'm with isn't it. It'll happen to you.
I was with it, and then they changed what it is, and they didn't tell me.
What I'm with. Yeah, exactly. Ginger is just a haircut.
Ginger's
Like,
not. She has no control over whether or not she's ginger. Well, I guess she can dye her hair, but like,
Ask
come on.
frankly, the hair did not look natural to me.
Ask them if all the talk about the Spice Girls is annoying to them as it is to me.
Chris has just now let us know that he hates this. Chris, buddy, you could have said it anytime. Stop talking about this.
I had a game to distract me.
Okay.
But now
fair enough.
it's all, is this the right residence?
Now you're wandering around the streets at night, knocking on doors, and you have voices in your head.
I'm not knocking on doors. I'm just
Screams.
looking at random stretches at walls saying, is this Garwick or whatever? Oh, hey, this is Wick House.
Residence.
This is the
The
place
White
that
House
fits.
residence. We did it.
This is the place that fits the description. Gooey Nissa Woodton allegedly
This is
gave
not
me. Whoop! I left.
Where's this other ball of ice cream? Frig!
Are you one of the assassins? Oh, I need to exit info mode. Now I'm in dialogue mode. Hello.
Wait, man, I tried to rig the vote in the chat room by typing some stuff in chat about how great the Spice Girls were, but I forgot that in the chat room I show up as Frankly Impossible. So it's pretty clear that it's just me in there chilling.
It is the official stance of Frankly Implausible that the Spice Girls
The Spice Girls what?
are great.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I've certainly had fun doing this. Oh, that's a whole new interface. What's that, Chris?
That is the map.
Has the map been like that this whole time?
This is the indoors map.
It's just a zoomed out 3D model of the place.
Yep.
It's very handy. So, hey, quick question. What are we doing here? I completely
We're looking for the guy and the other guy.
Assassins are gonna show up sometime in the 3 hours before midnight.
Oh, I see.
It is currently 7 p.m., so let's loiter.
You can just wait till 9, yeah.
Oh, there's the other ball of ice cream. Jeez.
I assume that's a Lego thing?
Yeah, so...
Okay, cool,
you know-
because if you found a ball of ice cream under a chair, don't eat it.
Oh. Don't?
Yeah, don't.
Don't?
I'm gonna
That would be
save.
my
Are you
recommendation.
sure? Because... Like, it still looks good.
Well, here's one thing. Why hasn't it melted yet under that chair, my man?
I mean... I was gonna say it wasn't hot today, but it was
There's
hot.
the assassins.
Oh man, they really just sort of teleported right on in there, huh?
Secret magical ice cream?
How is every, like, non-paladin class character you run across a woman? Like, everyone you
look
have...
at that.
And they all die in that same compromising position, which is really not...
90,
Stop looking at it.
90s fantasy, everyone.
We had a conversation earlier about how it's not awesome.
Whoops.
Okay, this Lego minifig right here looks like Jeff Ford.
And I think it was the Mouse and Chasm where I got this quest. Guys, was it the Mouse
Oh,
and
we have to
Chasm?
remember the
Streaming
names.
a
We have to
one-player
remember
game
the-
has been a big success.
Bar.
Like, it leaves us free to do... to like, mess around a bit during the, lulls in the gameplay, you might call it. Which every game has. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh great, I'm diseased or
Oh,
something.
like an actual, like, real English lull and not, like, for the lulls.
No,
Okay,
no.
yes,
I mean,
see.
like, yeah, during when it... every game
It's such a
has, like,
dynamic language.
a walking from one place to another part that you don't necessarily have a whole lot of great jokes on. Chris, the notification you keep getting says you feel somewhat bad.
Yeah, I have a disease or something going on. So I'm gonna
You
have
have
a
excellent.
stew.
Is it possible that you're feeling morally bad about all of the crimes you've been doing?
Okay, I did just die from that attempt to wait.
You
So
feel somewhat bad, you feel somewhat bad, you feel somewhat bad. Oh my gosh. Well, that was disturbing.
let's just let the system get all those messages out. Yeah.
You feel
You
somewhat
feel
bad,
better?
you feel somewhat bad. Game load.
Alright, we puked all those messages out. Let's just loiter for the assassins to show up. Hey, there you go. Oh, there's only one this time. No, there is not.
Oh, hey, it's an assassin dude. No, two.
And they die in the same compromising position.
Yeah.
So,
Which is it's comforting, at least, that they put in that equality. In fact, you know what? I'm thinking about it. I think that the reason they die in that compromising position is specifically because it makes it indistinguishable who it was that fell over.
be able to use the same sprite, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why they bother having that dialogue during what's just me click mashing.
Yep.
Then again, I guess they planned for me to be like clicking and dragging the cursor.
Right, because the original version of it did have the click drag.
Ooh, a Dai Katana. We are going without the shield, but we got a Dai Katana. I think that's worth it.
Daikatana's pretty darn good. Also, long swords are like our entire thing, right?
Yeah. Look at that very different weapon we're carrying now.
I forgot which tab you're in. There you are.
I'm in Grimly.
Yes.
So... Gwenissa Woodton? Where's Gwenissa? You. It's midnight and there's dead bodies. Tell me where Gwenissa is.
That lady just stood there looking smug the entire time you were fighting those assassins. Oh, another smug-looking woman.
Yeah, she's telling me to head east. I trust her.
Cool.
She
I don't.
seems confident about east.
Her outfit is bad. So,
Be
like,
thankful
at least the other lady had the, like, sorceress thing going for her.
Be thankful I turned off nudity. Sometimes you'll have an NPC who's just naked.
Wow, that's not
No,
great.
no reason, no in-universe acknowledgement even.
Like, there's... in public?
Well, they'll often be like in their home or something, or in a temple.
Alright, home makes a certain amount of sense, but I can't
if
say
you're-
that I've ever in all my years been naked in church.
Well, you don't worship Debella.
Boy, are you missing out.
Yeah. Who's Debella?
The goddess
Debella
of beauty.
Criminal?
The goddess of beauty in the arts.
Alright, fair enough.
The Debellan arts are often used as a euphemism for sex, too. To tell you a bit about what kind of deity she is.
Everything I learned about Elder Scrolls lore makes me wish I knew a little less Elder Scrolls lore.
Hey, she gave us money.
Quick question, is there a woman in this game who doesn't look smug? Because so far, no.
Oh, these smug eyes. Well, I guess they're smug cheeks. You
No,
know,
she looks... okay, she looks like a mannequin.
you know what though, Sean? There is.
Okay.
Oh wait, we do look kinda smug, don't we?
Right! That's the thing.
It is worse statistically.
Ooh, hey.
Fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You had a breastplate there that didn't have separate boob cups.
So here's the latest.
I think you're on a delay.
If you turn the Chicago Bulls basketball team's logo upside down, it looks like a robot having intercourse with a crab.
I wish I didn't know that.
And
But
now
also-
you do.
Can you put it into the chat so I can confirm?
I think we can. Let's
Just copy the image and paste it in. No, put it in the Twitch chat. I don't want to be responsible for that. Put it in our private Discord chat.
forward this. I don't want to forward it through Facebook Messenger. I want to forward it.
No, just copy paste it.
Alright, let's find us the Garwick residence.
Phone functionality is hard.
I think it was
Oh, phone
north.
functionality. There it
There you
is. There's something in my frankly unstreamable chat that I don't want to look at. Oh, damn it.
Is it great? Is it everything you ever dreamed?
Also, it looks a lot like the Discord logo. The head.
Yeah, like the Discord robot specifically.
Yeah. Well, this sucks. So, okay. What residence are we looking for?
Garwick.
Earwick, gotcha.
Woodworth? No. Ah, man.
Woodward and Bernstein?
Well, what were their last names? One of them had wood in it.
I guess we could have been trying to look for the...
Oh, I see. You've completely forgotten who the dudes are. Well, good
Yeah,
news.
no.
In
I
the
couldn't remember this.
in this Discord call, there's a screenshot that has the dudes.
Okay, good.
Woodhart.
Wood.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
the cart horse can't jump.
Yeah, because it's
It's pretty hard to jump a cart.
not a dressage horse.
You kind of have to go off a ramp if you want to jump a cart.
Daggerfall doesn't have
Even that
ramps.
Seems like it'd be pretty tough on the horse. I'm picturing that scene from the Blues Brothers where the Nazis go off the highway overpass and for some
Oh,
reason
yeah.
they fall from like the highest height a car's ever been.
And like directly downwards.
What did they do? Drop it out of a helicopter for the special effects shot?
I believe so, yeah.
I was gonna
It was
loiter for
probably
8 hours.
You've been standing there dead silent, staring across the square for 8 hours.
No, it's given us the black screen of privacy. We could have been up to anything standing right outside this tavern.
Calling a dude out, hoping for a fight. Seems likely.
Oh,
There's an airship. Or
yep.
something.
Living the dream, that guy is.
Oh, man.
Alright, dude. Tell me about...
I want an airship.
Fine.
That's the long-term goal. Even if we have to come back next week and get the airship.
We're gonna get angry letters saying, "How do I have a water buffalo? Where's my water buffalo?"
The universality of VeggieTales is a quote for everything.
You.
Today on
Oh.
Atheist Quotes What's VeggieTales? Everybody has a water.
That lady doesn't look so much smug as she looks very angry.
Well,
So-
she told us that the
Very
Garefield residence is west of our current position, which
So-
is technically helpful.
Well, it actually is narrowing it down.
The
'Cause now we
best
have
kind of
parameters
helpful.
to narrow it down between, right?
Listen up. Where's the Garefield residence? I gotta go.
She doesn't
Okay.
want us- she doesn't
Point
want
me
anything to
toward
do with us.
Arguaware Hearthheart. Why the hell would I want you to
Oh.
give you directions? Okay. Where the hell is Uthuryan Woodhart? Ask someone who gives a damn. Okay. Any news about
Rude.
good semi-honest work? Why in well would I offer an Argonian like you work? I'm just gonna
Man, the
keep...
racism again.
I'm
What
just
an
gonna keep
unpleasant
pestering her.
person. She's not even angry looking. She just looks stunned. Those are the three facial expressions this game has: furious, stunned, and overwhelmingly smug.
Where,
Which one are you?
where would I sell a painting? General stores don't allow that. Maybe a gem store or a bookstore? Oh wait, I haven't looted any paintings yet. I got killed in that timeline. Anyway. You've insulted us like 20 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's.
I love being insulted by people outside, you know?
In the fresh, cool air, where you can murder them.
That guard didn't have any loot.
The guard dropped into the same sprite as any dead thief does.
Hey. Okay, this is...
Do you think there's a mod that makes that sprite less, crotchly?
Probably.
I dug deep and the word that I came out with was crotchly.
I mean, like, I might even be able to make it if it's just a simple texture replace. I need to learn the current texture's name, but there are... I've seen the file structure before. I might be able to. Find out next time on Frankly Unstreamable.
That'll be the best piece of continuity between any of our streaming shows.
I'm beginning to think there isn't an exit to this town along this wall.
I'm starting to think that too. So you've just given up trying to find this place?
I have gotten away from the guards. I mean, I'm super wounded and guards were murdering me.
Yeah, okay, no, that's fair.
Terrible excuse. Unacceptable. Like, lemon grab unacceptable.
Yes! Evely Vera
Oh,
Ashhart. Best person. She wins. She marked both of the people's locations on our map.
Why? Why was that so hard? There was someone who would just do that. They got it.
The Copperham and Garefield residences. There's the Garefield.
That's not gameplay. That's just opening drawers until you find the one where the stuff is.
I mean, one will tell you go step. They don't tend to do that until you're close enough. Although I am pretty far from some of them, so I think there might just be
Right.
okay, you've asked 50 times, we're just gonna give it to you. Agreement
Open
somewhere.
enough drawers. Here you go.
You poor sap.
You suck at this, and
At least there is a bottom to that barrel, though, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like, it'd be a much worse game where there's no end to how long you can look for stuff.
so
Man, this is really lullaby music. And we're like 2.5 hours into the stream, and I'm starting to feel a little sleepy.
I mean, we are half an hour from our usual end time for these streams.
True.
So, we won't be having the airship tonight.
Yeah, that's true enough.
Unless we
Well,
change the
let's finish
price.
this quest and then call it an evening, eh?
Ooh, Elven Claymore. 3 to 19. Ooh. That's just worse. I mean, I guess we'd be able to hit whatever enemies can be hit by Elvish but not be hit by Steel.
Are there a lot of those?
Probably not.
Okay, then forget it. Hey, is that half a shield? Why is there half a shield there?
This.
Bottom left.
Leather tower shield.
Oh.
I mean, it's just curved. It's showing the exact same sprite it'll show when it's on your arm.
Oh, I see.
Because they're not going to make more than one sprite.
That's not really what a tower shield looks like in my mind, but maybe I'm just wrong about what a tower shield is. This whole time I thought a tower shield was like basically just a steel riot shield.
I think it is, isn't it?
Not according to that sprite. Let's get on Google.
Well, dang.
And see, that's what I love about doing a single-player game, is I can go looking for interesting... Yeah. Okay, here's a dude with an actual tower shield. That might actually be a cosplay one, which isn't helpful.
I'm buying a regular horse, though.
Oh, right, because we lost the last one in the...
She snuck up on me.
Yeah, rectangular tower shield is the only answer I can find, which is from Wikipedia. Yep.
There was supposed to be someone in here. That's the entire reason we were searching for the... Oh, hey, there's a person.
Aha! It's Friar Tuck, but like with a broken nose.
And he swore by
real
the
bad
Archdruid.
disposition. Oh, cool. It's that painting of Jesus that one Mexican lady screwed up.
Oh, no.
Like, hang on,
Oh,
Robin,
man.
look at this dude's face when the image is gone. And tell me that's not exactly that picture of Jesus.
That's the Jesus. That's the Jesus painting.
The messed up Mexican Jesus.
you know where this person is? Of course you don't. So now we just ask people till someone knows where one of those people are. Oh, no we don't. We run away from the guard. No we don't. Do we? We'll fail.
You surrender?
We'll fail this quest if we do, so.
Yeah.
Now, surrendering actually gets you through, like, an entire court proceeding where you can plead guilty or not guilty, and depending on your lawyer skill, you'll have a fine or certain penalty.
This game is incredibly
That's
complex.
pretty deep.
Yeah,
For a game made in, like, what seems like the mid-90s?
yeah, I think it was 95 or 96.
Oh,
It's
really?
pretty surprising. Hey, and we've been doing period-appropriate music for it. So that's fun.
Awesome.
I can't wait to come back next week and do I'm Blue.
There is no way I'm
Nice.
winning this fight.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And I
So,
think
yeah.
we're not going to be able to... I mean, we'd be starting over on the quests.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week's stream. Maybe if you want to play through that quest on your own, if you feel like doing that, that'd be great. If you don't, I don't fault you.
Right. So, that is our first playthrough, possibly of multiple. I don't know where we're going with this.
Oh, I want to see... First of all, next week, I'm Blue by Eiffel 65. Next week, we continue the quest for the airship. Hopefully we'll be able to steal enough money and go deep enough into credit card debt to get it.
We got sidetracked by a whole bunch of really dangerous quests this time.
Yep.
If we stuck with monotonous, go to bank, take loan, leave province, go to bank, take loan, we'd have gotten there.
Okay.
I don't regret what we did instead.
No,
No
not
regrets.
at all. Does this game have a plot?
Yes. It
Okay.
has the most complicated plot out of any of the Elder Scrolls games.
I have not seen a single iota of a plot so far.
It takes you several days before the letter from the Imperial agent you were supposed to meet with comes to you and says, alright, meet up with me, I'll start out a couple of leads for the investigations you're theoretically conducting.
Oh my
Well, that's
goodness.
wild.
And then you can pick up one or two of those branches, and more leaders will contact you with opportunities, and
Huh.
in the end, you'll get to decide the fate of this entire bay and its relations to the Empire, who's the most powerful figures in it, as
But
well.
not before we get deep in debt and get an airship.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the crucial immediate.
And the good news is, a whole lot of kingdoms do not matter at all to the plot. So we can be completely banished from them in millions of coins of debt. It will not matter at all. We can still be the savior of the world with half of the world hating us.
Awesome.
I love that.
That's the plan.
Like, imagine if Hercules was deep. was being followed around by debt collectors who wanted to break his kneecaps.
Hercules owed the governments of Athens and Sparta $1 trillion, but
Frodo Baggins, it's time to pay your dues.
anyway, that has been Frankly Unstreamable.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a great evening.